All right, welcome to another episode of SiXFramesPodcast.
Episode 3.
Episode 3, y'all. All right, get on with the show. Where we talk about video games, comics, and childhood obesity.
Breaking bulletin.
Alrighty, so on tonight's panel, we have myself, Jamal.
Kevin.
Jacob. You got Lamp.
Alex.
Clea.
Zed, also known as Miles.
Hey, what's going on, man? Glad you to join us tonight. All right, so starting off here, we're going to jump right into this. And we're going to talk about this new anime, Goblin Slayer. Who wants to take this?
Dun, 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 dun.
Because this one's a rough one.
I'll start.
Alex,
Alex, you want to go?
Well, Alex knows the most, I think.
You are the
out of all of
master.
us.
I mean, have people not watched Berserk before? That's all I gotta say. Because I've kind of
Pour one for guts.
People kind of complain, rate the anime. What's that doing in 2018? No one watch CGI Berserk. No one watch old school Berserk.
Now, do you read the manga for it too, or you just?
I read some of it
Okay.
before it's released to kind of get a feel for it. It's definitely gonna be like a more common thing. You know, they use women. You know, one chapter they use women as like meat shields.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you think it's like, why humans and kill the world?
Jesus.
Living women.
Right.
No, but it's definitely gonna be more prevalent. You know, they try to show like naked women, dead women, raped women.
Gotcha.
Definitely think that's gonna be happening.
I mean, the Romans did it.
We ain't in Rome.
When in Rome.
Historical factor.
This is 2018. People are angry, sensitive, and
That's right. Yeah.
You're an idiot. You called me a what?
Put him to drop an anime like this. Jesus, man. I watched it the other night for the first time. I was like, boy, what am I watching? I don't know what y'all suckered me into. All I saw was people going. I thought it was going to be like, kind of like, what's the other one? How Sword Art kind of started out, where it goes on an adventure and they're kind of figuring things out.
That's what I thought too.
And then, like, it just got serious, like, real quick. And they're in this cave. And you would think these characters, they start you with, like, the main ones. Nope. Spoiler alert,
Wait,
y'all.
they start with side characters?
I don't know who they are.
They start with nobody.
They start with
what-
appetizers.
Yeah,
So
that's what that
these,
is.
so these guys are just kind of like, throwaway characters.
Pretty
That's
much.
exactly- except for one of them.
Except for one of them out of the group. But the rest of them are just, like, straight up throwaway
Okay, so they
characters.
develop one character. Everybody else, it's like, okay, we're just going to throw scraps to the dogs.
Right. Yeah. And I don't want to tell too much of it. You just got to watch the show.
To like put like quick TLDR, they kind of show you with these group of people how the goblins are, kind of savages. They're not out here to be slain easily. They're dead. They're out here to either kill you or kill them.
Yeah. And they're super vicious. I like little animals. They just run in, kill, attack, eat, destroy, and move along. Did you get to watch it, Kevin?
yeah, of course. I watched that after he told me. I read the manga, so when I was watching the show, I was like, why people? Because there was things online saying that you're a bad person for watching this show.
Oh,
I'm
please.
Like what? What do you mean about that?
Yeah.
Because of the little raid? Because that's what I thought. So I watched it, and I was like, all right, I guess people are offended that way. I mean, I've seen worse. It's not the end of the world for me. But then I went and I read the manga, and I was like, you know what? Besides all that stuff, the show's all right. But the thing about it is, like, I wish they had some things from the manga, from the first part.
Right.
Because they developed the side characters, the throwaway ones. Before they die, they give you a little backstory on who they are and how they became adventurers.
Okay.
But in this one, they just like, no, you know what? Who cares?
So in the manga, they were a little more fledged out before they were...
Well, not fleshed out. They just had like a good amount of like a flashback when they, each one, spoilers.
Oh, so they used the
axe
flashback
off.
to
Yeah.
All right.
So, like for kind of like example of the first episode, there's a mage girl, and in the manga, her like little backstory is like in school she was in, she's like top, she was really good, talented. When it came to the goblins, she got poop all over her, literally.
What? She got poop on her.
No, because remember when she gets stabbed, it's infected with poop and pee and all sorts of.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Staph infection.
But yeah, that's how they fight. They're goblins. So anything nasty and evil you could think of, they do all of that.
I mean, they do that for Berserk.
I mean, could they not just use poison instead of that? I'd rather die of poison than that shit.
They do use poison, but still shitty pissed.
So, right. Mentally, when you're watching it, you're like, oh, that's disgusting. Poison's like, oh, whatever, it's a poison blade. But, like, it kind of messes with you when you think about it. You're like, oh, they put this blade in, like, feces and urine and infects you.
Well, do they, like, pee on it, or is it, like, in a bucket?
No, they don't describe it in too detail. They just show the blade with, like, liquid on top.
Because medical fact, if it's fresh urine, you can use it as a sterilizer.
Okay, urine, but then there's shit on it, so...
If you dip it in the shit and then you pee on it,
I mean, you can do that with the Goblin.
Uh-huh. Jacob, did you get a chance to watch it? Did you watch Goblin Slayer?
Yeah,
what do you think about it?
I watched it when it first came out.
Uh-huh.
Still watching it.
Still, it's only like 2 episodes. You can still
I know,
watch
but I'm waiting. I'm just keeping up with it. I'm just waiting for the next episode to appear.
So, if it isn't obvious, haven't seen it, so I could catch up.
Yeah, it just started, bro.
It just started.
It literally just started.
But when I first saw it, nothing new, man. I just
Right, the shock value. I think we've all seen enough anime, so it doesn't do anything to us. Like you said, we've seen Berserk. We've seen Ninja Scroll was my first anime growing up, so you can imagine. This is nothing to me. So the shock doesn't really get us. But yeah, I can understand how people are kind of outraged about it because they're not used to it. But this is Japan. This is what they do. They don't filter anything.
But like the same with everyone else. Like even Kevin's seen Berserk, Jamal's seen Ninja Scroll. I've seen Evangelion.
Right.
Like, it may not be as graphic as it was, but it's still when you're a kid, it's still like messes with you. But a Goblin Slayer, it has potential of being like a really good anime because even though he only does like one task, and it seems like he'll be doing that one task throughout the whole anime, and it doesn't seem as interesting, there's still some element that they could add in to like make it more engaging. Like I haven't read the manga yet, but from the anime and my perspective from watching anime, it could easily lead into like, oh, there's probably some Goblin King out there that's that's his end goal. Like with every show or anime, TV show, whatever, there's always has to be an end goal. What makes me curious about this show is what's its end goal going to be.
Okay.
So yeah, he's hunting goblins only, but like, what's going to be the end of it? Like, is he going to eradicate all the goblins, like Eren, like with the Titans?
Right.
Or is it going to be like a never-ending story of just him fighting goblins over every episode's going to be the same? That's what I'm wondering right now. That's what's keeping me interested in the series.
Right. So this Knight guy, I don't know. I guess in the manga, is he still kind of fresh? You don't know much about him yet. Is he still like they're still developing his character? Kind of in the anime, you don't really know much about him.
Oh, like Goblin
Episode 2, they start like talking a little bit about his backstory, but you still don't know much about his character, not as of yet.
Oh, like Goblin Slayer himself.
Yeah, the Goblin Slayer himself, the main guy, the Knight.
They develop his character a little more, but the thing is like he sticks to what he is. He just goes around killing goblins.
Right, and that's it. There's nothing to it. That scene with the never mind. Y'all just gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
Eventually, you see some kind of like evolution in this character in the manga, where he's more talkative. I guess he kind of has more. I guess he seems more like human-like instead of just like a goblin slaying machine.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna have to start reading into it. You wanna add?
Going back to how people received it when it first came out,
Mm-hmm.
I could tell you something. Usually when I'm at church and I'm recommending anime to all my friends.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, yeah.
Anime at church. This is a good one, y'all.
That's the whole segment right here.
Hey, you heard this anime?
Yeah, usually what happens is, I have one who really comes up to me and is like, hey, you got this anime for me? Like, is it full of action, blood? I'm like,
He's that intense?
Yeah, he's that intense. And there's another one who just enjoys, story.
Right.
Action.
More story.
Well, I sort of mentioned, all right, there's this new list of anime series.
You throw in Goblin Slayer.
JoJo, of course, and then Goblin Slayer.
Mm-hmm,
and
of
then
course.
I told him it had action, it had blood, and it had rape. And he was like, oh, nah, bro.
I'm good. I don't blame him.
It's like, this ain't your average rated R.
Yeah, right.
This is an R rated R.
Only watch what you can handle. Right?
Yeah,
It's like the old movie ratings where they used to have X and then double X and then triple X.
And then triple X, yeah.
I mean, it's not, anime is not for everybody. So you gotta, walk.
Full fed.
Right,
Walk
kind of
the line.
gauge. Yeah.
know what you like.
Do your research. Look up on it before you.
Yeah.
watch it. You know,
Don't just hop on the hype train.
right? That
That's-
too. Don't hop on the hype train.
Okay, that's the problem with a lot of the new people that are watching anime.
Mhm.
They just
Sort
watch.
of.
Exactly. They just, when something's new, because they don't research anything. So whenever it's something new,
Mhm.
something that's popular, they just go and watch it, and then when they see it, and they're like, "Oh, what is this? I've never seen something like this before," and then they freak out. I'm like, been done. I mean, if you watch
Yeah.
Sword Art Online, it has implied rape, so
True.
I mean,
Big time.
There's almost, I guess, for us, a minor gotta be raped in a virtual world.
That's
Exactly.
what he was. That's what he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're saying with Sword. Yeah,
Yeah,
Sword.
the- Season
And-
1,
But
part 2.
But that's even worse because that girl's a minor. But like in this one, it's supposed to be like a dark fantasy, even though the whole world is like a MMO. Even though people try to say that this is like Berserk, it's not.
It's not
Oh
right.
no.
It's not. It's not a true dark fantasy. I mean, it has the elements, but
Mhm.
it's not because there's a lot of nuance into it, like a guild and getting getting like an ID tag that tells you your rank and stuff like that. But like in a fantasy, they don't have that.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't exist.
Like if
Mhm.
you watch Game of Thrones, right? They have knights and they have titles, but they don't have guild titles or things like that.
Right. Yeah.
That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist in actual medieval setting.
Right. Yeah. Medieval and fantasy and dark side.
I think one thing though that definitely I guess some people will be turned away from the show
Mhm.
is honestly at this point I don't know where you draw the line anymore, but for people it's gonna be too edgy because it's too dark and it's
Edgy for the edge lords.
too edgy. Why
Edgy
am I
for the
watch this?
edgelords.
It feels. I mean, it doesn't feel that edgy.
Right. To us, we're used to it. Yeah.
I mean, I guess yeah.
Devilman. Come on.
A Devilman
Boy.
on
yes.
Netflix.
Not just that.
Watch a
Just-
Devilman
you
if
watch-
you
No,
think.
No. Watch Almond.
Oh god.
OVA Almond.
Yeah, that too.
And you will never see anime the same ever again.
Exactly.
Alright?
No,
You
but
poisoned my mind.
that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like, where do you draw the line for edgy? Well, for me, it's not that much of an edgy show. It's a dark show, but I don't think it's edgy.
Yeah, and plus it's on TV, so there's a lot of censorship. Like if
That's
it
true,
was an
too.
OVA,
It's censored a lot. I can watch that until they censor some stuff out of it for sure, compared to what we've seen.
so if the show was an OVA, then
Maybe.
they would have gone more
A little
hardcore.
Right.
But nobody would have seen it because, it's like a special release show.
Right. Yeah, it wouldn't be on the main.
It won't be
mainstream.
on TV. Nobody will find out what it is, So it'll be like sort of not bottom of the barrel, it'd just be hidden. Like, damn, like, there's Rape Horse and Berserk.
Oh god.
Jesus, we're not going to get into Rape Horse.
And he was censored.
All right.
I think the biggest gripe, though,
Mm-hmm.
that everyone agrees with is that the CG is always hit and miss.
Oh, with the whole 3D.
Like, just on Goblin Slayer himself.
Just on. Okay.
Sometimes you can tell, like, they make it blend pretty well and
Mhm.
kind of fix it. But sometimes you see him, like, just doing, like, a simple walk cycle, and you're like, what is this?
It's kind of jumpy. Kind
Am I
of.
watching that one Overlord episode with all the goblins?
All the goblins,
Oh.
they're marching at the same time.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's all like one animation.
It's just
It's
one.
just
It's
like,
they just literally copy paste, and they're all doing it.
They're all doing the one motion.
Animation.
And what is this, Overlord? I don't think I've watched Overlord. I've seen the images for it. I don't think I've started.
You'll like it. Like that one, I recommend. Like it's one of those MMO,
Mhm.
Yeah, the
but-
guy gets stuck in the MMO world.
Yeah, MMO
Okay.
world. But like this one's great because like throughout the whole series, he becomes a bad guy, like, a real bad guy.
Okay, that's cool.
So
That's
it's really
different.
cool.
One thing you'll kind of notice throughout like each new season is that on the first season, it kind of focuses on him and like in this new world, and then second and third season, they
Mhm.
kind of show like his impact on the world on like other people. But that's a different topic. I guess.
Clea?
Clea, do you have any input on Goblin Slayer?
I mean, not the show because of course you didn't watch it, but like, the themes.
For what we talking about.
For somebody
From the outside.
From a woman's
the
point of
outside
view,
God.
from a lady's
What-
point of view, what do you think about all this anime and crazy and Goblin
In Japan.
and Japan and
Nonsense.
the R word?
And bad CGI.
If you were to watch it, would it bother you? Would it make you uncomfortable?
Not really, because it's
Not
not real.
Okay.
It wouldn't bother me because, like it's not real. I don't know. It depends on each person. I mean, I've seen horror movies that do
The
so
same.
many terrible things that it
Yeah,
kind of
true.
like
yeah.
washed me out a little bit. So it probably wouldn't bother me, but like for somebody else, it could.
Very neutral.
Raven counters
Very neutral.
scarred me for a while.
I like it.
I mean, just research your anime, kids.
Yeah, just look it up before you watch it. That's all we can do.
exists for a reason.
Exactly.
It's like anything. You gotta know what it is before you do it.
Yeah. All right, so are we good with Goblin Slayer? We're ready to move down the list here. Okay.
Meat or potatoes.
So next on our itinerary, 7 Deadly Sins, Season 2. How are we feeling about that? Now, actually, I thought it was 3 seasons, but apparently Season 3 ain't a real season. So I was confused when I went on Netflix and I was like, oh, 3 seasons.
It's a Legends.
So that's just something totally different.
Yeah, it's an OVA.
It's an OVA. Okay, so Season 2 sticks, it's canon. It sticks to the main story.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the OVA was like a 4-part original series.
It was pretty good.
It
Gotcha.
leads into
You liked
season
it?
2.
It was pretty good.
It's some stuff, some stuff foreshadowing, season 2, but it's just pretty much original.
I didn't watch the OVA because I'm like, I don't care. It's not the actual show.
I watched it and I just felt like it's not like it was like, oh, okay, well, it's not really the real season. I felt like it was a good way to develop the characters a little bit more. Because, during the story, it's like you got to develop them, but you want to show the action, you want to keep the story moving along. But I felt like this was a good way to just develop them a little more without, doing the overall story and keeping us ready for that next season.
Cool. Did any of you guys finish?
Oh, I finished it.
Kevin's seen it. Jacob's already finished it. Season 2 of 7 Deadly Sins.
Well, I finished it.
Forget about him.
The better fairy tales.
Oh.
Better
Well, let me tell you. If I was stuck in the island and they give me fairy tale
Or 7 Deadly Sins.
7
Deadly Sins. Okay.
Okay, see, I like Fairy Tail, and I'll agree with you on that. 7 Deadly Sins is a lot better.
It's still better.
Like, don't look. I know you don't like it. I like Fairy Tail, but 7 Deadly Sins is higher on that pedestal.
Gotcha.
The only reason why I didn't pick up 7 Deadly Sins because the main, it's just the female character.
You told me about
the first
this.
episode, the one with the white hair. I don't know her name. I didn't give it a chance.
Elizabeth, yeah.
I like the pig character.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like the pig character. She's
like
cool.
better happy.
Better happy. And I love the main character too, but that girl, I'm sorry, that girl, I can't.
She kills.
I'm giving it another try though.
Because
she's like Lucy in Fairy Tail.
Yeah,
exactly. I hate Lucy in Fairy Tail.
She's a better
main
Lucy
character, but she's useless half the time, and then she has her one episode where she does something relevant. Lamp, you should watch it. Wait until season 2. Halfway through season 2, you'll meet the best character that they introduced, and he get his entire show, and I'll watch it and give it like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go for it because I've only gotten like halfway through season 1 because I'm still pushing through it, but I'm gonna finish it because I like it so far. I think it's cool. I like 7 Days.
Yeah, it's worth a watch, but season 2, man, they rushed it.
You could feel it's rushed.
You could feel
it. I mean,
but it's not like it takes away from the show because you can see it when it happens, and it's sort of towards, not spoiling, but it's towards the end. And so when you see it, like, oh, okay. If you watch anime enough, you can tell when things are a little bit pushed,
right,
to just go ahead with the story, and when you see it, you're like, oh, okay. But once the show continues, it doesn't feel like they're ruining it or anything. It just feels like they're just telling the story, and then that's it.
I didn't read it, so I don't know how it compares to the manga.
No, me either, but at least it feels, to me, it feels good.
Okay, so Jacob, you read it, so you have the most input, I would say. How would you rate it compared to the manga and the anime? How would you rate as far as story and development, and they're kind of sticking to the script?
Okay, well, definitely the manga is tons better because there's certain things that they've included in the story that gets you thinking. Plot twists are like out of this world.
Right.
But what happened in season 2, and of course season 1, they kind of like omitted some characters that appear later. So when you see them or you don't see them, it kind of does a major, like probably a small impact to the story that it deserves to. I don't know if I make any sense, but
no, like they introduce characters way early.
It's like they should introduce them early, but they don't include them. They play an important role later on.
Gotcha. But they haven't included in the anime yet.
Okay.
But in the story, they've already been showcased, and you know that they're going to play a big role. Like, okay, I got you.
They just take things out, and you're just like wondering why this happened. So,
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. In certain fight scenes that happened in season 2, they could have done better because in the manga it was way more powerful. And
Oh, it's like more powerful.
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so okay, I get you on that because I didn't read them all. So
Yeah.
I was just watching it as like an anime show,
Mm-hmm.
and so as an anime show, it feels like all right. It feels like a B. Yeah, because it's not finished. I don't grade it high if the show's not finished.
Oh, I get you. He's been giving it a B. Okay.
Because if the show was completed, I'll give it my actual rating. But since it's just season 2 or 3, whatever they Netflix want to call it,
Okay.
it's just a B. But it's good. It's a good show. It's a good show if you don't read the manga.
Okay. Don't read the manga. It's a solid anime.
Yeah,
Start.
it's not-
as someone who hasn't read it, I'll give it like an 8.
Give it an 8 out of 10? Okay.
Because I really enjoy it. Like I said, there's a few things in there. Like I said, story-wise, it feels rushed.
Mm-hmm.
Some characters, they couldn't introduce people, I don't know, there's just a lot. It feels like they do. And one thing I don't like, I don't know if it's spoiled, but this whole thing around love, I got very tired of it very fast.
Love.
Yeah. Love. I mean, you gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it, y'all.
You gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it. Miles, what do you think? You finished all 3 seasons, right?
3 seasons?
Don't correct. Netflix says 3, all right? Calm down.
No, he is right. Netflix does say 3 seasons. Because Netflix isn't, I can't think of the proper word. Technically, whatever.
Right.
It is technically an OVA, but it is season 2. I have not started season 2 yet.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm behind on a lot of shows. I'm trying to catch up.
I got you.
I'm sorry.
You like me? No, I understand.
Oh, no, I
I'm
like
saying
it, but I'm going to ask a question that I know there's certain fans that like a certain way, another thing. Is the dubbed available?
Yes.
Okay, because I know there's some fans that like dub more. I'm one of the fans that prefer sub.
Okay.
And the only reason I rewatch it dub is so I can actually watch the actual fight scenes and enjoy it better.
Right.
Because it's like when I watch an anime, if the dub's not out, I gotta watch it twice.
Alright, Jacob, don't be an elitist, alright?
Oh, he's one of the sub elite.
No, it's like I like sub because I feel like the voices sometimes
They work
the sub
better,
voices
right?
feel better, and then when you hear it dubbed, you're kind of like that doesn't feel right. Or when you hear it dubbed, you're like, okay, that certain character sounds better dubbed.
Yeah, it's true.
Like,
sometimes it happens.
Like just throwing it in there, like
Yeah,
Cowboy
like-
Bebop.
Right.
Like Black Clover.
Like Black Clover, yeah.
Is
Self is better.
Is it? Is it really?
You can't
I
beat
thought
Stephen Bloom with
yeah.
Spike, man. That's just perfect voice for that character.
Don't get me started.
Good dub? Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, no, I'll agree with you on that.
Hunter is good.
I'll
though.
agree with you on
Now,
that.
see, I never got a chance to watch it.
Yo,
I only
Hisoka.
watched it. So.
Your favorite
Hisoka.
Triburan is Hisoka?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
Hisoka.
is he? What?
Torbjorn is
Really?
Hisoka.
The
I told
voice
him
actor
about
for
that.
Torbjorn
I
is
told him that,
Hisoka?
and he was like, "What?" I'm
Okay,
like,
now I'm gonna have to watch it though.
I can't play Skyrim the same way again.
Definitely one thing. My final thoughts on 7 Days.
Okay.
For how long I had to wait just to watch it,
Mm-hmm.
it was not worth Netflix just like dubbing it and subbing it at the same time.
But this is the thing.
Okay.
The reason why it takes so long is because first they're working with Funimation.
Mm-hmm.
They're dubbing this. And they're getting a lot of the other like voice actors from like California, New York, because big money.
Right, regional.
And plus, it takes a long time because they're getting the uncut version of the show. That's what takes forever because you have to literally wait until Japan releases the show in DVD.
Oh, okay. You had to get it all
So
at once.
you either want the censor version, and I bet nobody wants that. So you have to wait. And I don't care because I'm OG nerd. Well, I buy my stuff.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That's my era.
Yeah.
So my era is waiting a year when that thing came out. So I'm alright with waiting.
Okay.
But like a lot of,
So
a
it's
lot
like,
of new anime fans are impatient.
Right, they want instant gratification.
it's
They
like
want
give it to me
instant-
now. It's like,
Yeah.
nah, man, I'll wait for the ripe fruit, not
Fine.
this pre like sour tasting fruit.
Right.
It's so convenient now for a lot of
Yeah,
these
no, it
fans.
is. It's definitely a lot more convenient than how it used to be.
You might as well forget about that.
I have to wait till like 2020 just to watch Baki the Grandpa.
Yeah, pretty much. They've been.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
God knows when that's
'cause-
coming out.
Because that show released in Japan, I think it was this year, and they're just waiting for
This is the
upcoming-
newer version, right?
The new one.
Okay.
They're following the one when they fight the prisoners.
Ah,
You know
okay.
that one?
Uh huh.
That arc. And so what they're doing is waiting, of course, the uncut version of the show, because that show is, of course, censored.
Okay. All right.
You guys watch Bucky, the new one that came out?
No, I didn't watch it. No, but I mean, I read it. Jamal's here ready for that show.
Yeah, I'm ready. I
It's
love
already
Bucky
on
the
some
Grappler.
websites that I follow.
Okay.
Okay, come on. Come on. We're trying to support.
we need sponsors. We don't want to let them know we watch pirated anime.
Come on, man. Y'all got Netflix.
Y'all got Netflix and Hulu and Crunchyroll. We subscribe. We pay.
Yeah, I pay.
See?
pay.
There we
I
go.
pay
That's
for my
right.
HD One Piece.
That's right. We pay.
He wants that crispness.
Exactly. More quality.
I want that
Quality
crisp.
anime.
I want to see the blur in my lines.
All right, so we're good on 7 Deadly Sins. I think we're pretty much covered most of it. So watch it, y'all. It's on Netflix. All right, so next here is Magical Index. I know nothing about it.
Yeah, that's some
I thought this was
serious
some like D&D reference. So I don't know what this is,
Jacob,
but
that's your floor.
It's time to turn them on
I'm
to
gonna
the show.
let Jacob and I guess you seen it too, Miles? You watched it? Okay, so I guess Jacob.
I've seen it, but not.
You
it's
guys-
been a while.
I've seen
only
the
seen the
old
first
ones.
season.
I haven't seen the new. I don't know if is this a new one or is this like
There's a new season.
I don't know about the new season, but I have seen the old one.
Yeah, it's season 3 of Magical Index.
Okay. Well, go just brief. What is it about? Because I know nothing about Magical Index. What is it?
Well,
Just real quick.
All right, it's basically it's another shonen, so everybody
Okay,
has
shonen.
powers, but this is like a battle royale type of thing.
Okay.
So everybody has powers and they just fight. So they have this one character, this main character, who has this chosen power.
Oh, of course.
And then he has she
Typical
meets a little priest girl, right?
Oh
that
boy.
teaches the power. Yeah, it's one of those. But it's actually
She's great.
But
Okay.
but it's actually pretty good. It's a pretty
Okay.
good show. It has a lot of it has a lot of spin-offs. It's just one, but it took when that spin-off came out.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like they were advertising it forever
yeah.
because it was like 2 years and they were just advertising that spin-off.
And they have season 1 and season 2.
It has 2
What
seasons.
are you talking about? Railgun?
Railgun.
Railgun, yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
Railgun,
I actually liked
okay.
it. I heard a lot of people didn't like it.
It's like hit or miss because it's like a bunch of girls and they do like this not that no because they're high school girls. Hold on, man, all the police will come, right?
Woo!
But they do that those typical anime girl things, So if it doesn't feel like an action show. It feels like slice of life. Yeah,
Sort of.
Slice of life.
it's sort of a slice of life. It's just very heavy on it.
But, usually when that story picks up,
Mhm.
it gets crazy. There's
Yeah.
a lot of killing. There's a lot of, church activities involved.
Mhm.
There's like...
Yeah, there's a church.
There's a church, yeah. There's, I would say it's like a Catholic church. They have
Uh-huh.
powers too. There has people in there,
Mhm.
take care of things. There's like, I would say, undercover students. One particular undercover student who works with like agency, and he just
murders
people, bro.
murders people.
But the main character, he has a particular power that nullifies magical powers and abilities, and it's called a magic breaker. So basically, he just
Imagine Breaker? What?
yeah.
No, magic.
Oh,
Magic.
Magic Breaker.
He's
Okay.
kind of like what was that guy from the X-Men, the one who nullifies all their powers? Leech.
Leech. Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of like that.
He takes their mutant ability.
No, it's not that he takes it. He just like
stops them.
He
from
stops
being
them
able
from
to-
doing it, so-
Yeah,
No. In season 3, he calls his power Imagine Breaker.
Imagine
he gives it
Breaker.
a name because it's one of those.
because
Because it's Shonen Jump.
Yes,
Every ability has to be named.
I forgot what
It's like a
season it was,
title.
but he's
Yeah.
fighting this like one girl who's like shooting fire at him, and he's like getting blown to hell, and it was like the season finale.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, boy, how are you going to get close to this girl and take away her magic? This girl is going to kill you before you get 2 feet to her.
There's some episodes that there's some slight scenes I could show you guys later on. It's pretty intense.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a cool intense
Magical
battles.
Index.
The battles are really good animated.
Are they? It's
Yeah.
really high. Okay. Miles, you want to add to Magical Index?
I
Your
just
take
like.
on it?
I thought it was pretty cool. I kind of like how there's guys like the nobody. It's not like your traditional nobody becomes like the greatest hero ever. No, he's still a nobody, but he's no longer as low as the nobody as you would think. I feel like it's a good way of doing character development. This guy, he's alone, doesn't do anything, and then you get to slowly see the character become the man he's going to be.
Right, magical. I mean, I can't add to. I haven't seen it.
I mean,
it's a good watch.
It's
all right. It's a good watch. We recommend it. SiXPod recommends you watch. Six frames.
Six frames.
6Pod. That's the late night channel. 6 frames.
Go to bed, kids.
SiXFramesPodcast recommends Magical Index. All right.
But the thing is, you watch it, and I won't say it's like a show for like beginners. So because there's a lot going on with it, so you might be turned off by it. So
okay, so it's not for your average anime.
Yeah, so if you are comfortable with a lot of the church themes and crazy powers and some Loricon shit.
Oh boy, you've already lost me. You've already lost me when you said that Loricon shit.
Well, look, it's just light.
It's very light. It's not heavy like some of the animes today where it's like, It's like no. It's funny when it needs to be funny, and then it doesn't overboard it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like most animes today, where you're just like, oh my god, why are you doing this? Right. Sit down.
Chris Hansen about to kick my door, and I keep watching this.
Get on the ground.
We're here thinking about how you are watching.
Go ahead.
What was the one thing you said? Like it was around how not to summon a demon lord.
Yes.
How not to summon a demon lord.
Looking child is like.
Yeah. So in the show, this guy it's another one of those MMO where the guys at home.
I think that's the official genre for it.
Yeah. What is it called?
Isekai.
Another world.
Isekai.
Another world.
Another world. So that's like the theme for those animes.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
Like ReZero.
Is this the thing I shared with you where it's like telling you all the ages?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, the ages of the characters. So on the show,
that was great.
They look like they're about 12 and 15, but because one's like an elf and another one's a half human demigod, she's like 138, the other one's 150 or something. So it's justifiable, y'all. You ain't going to jail. We got you covered, my boy. The main character's 30, so it's all good. It's all good.
It's like I like fantasy, so when I read all this, I'm like, oh well, in elf years she's this year's old, and then they showed that in the video, and I was like, boy, I knew this.
She's good dog.
That's why they're pretty much immortal. The elven and all those other things.
Look, it just gives another reason for people not to look outside the window, alright?
Right. Rest assured.
You hear a knock, it's a door salesman, it's not the police.
Pizza delivery.
We got your pizza. No pineapple, just like you asked.
Alright. So
anything else for that one?
No, I think that pretty much covers it, right? Magical Index. Another anime to add to y'all list. Check it out if you want.
Age restriction.
Typical shonen.
Look, you can't talk about
it. All right. So next on the list, I have Skeleton Bookstore Honda-san.
Skullface, from what I've been corrected to be.
Exactly. When I looked it up, it said Skullface. It ain't say nothing about no goddamn skeleton bookstore. I'm sitting there for like 10 minutes. I'm like, skeleton on Crunchyroll. And it said Skullface. I was like, okay, so Skullface Bookstore Honda-san.
I think that's the actual translation.
That's the literal translation for the Skullface, not skeleton.
But you have was like the more accurate, friendly use.
Right, to make sense to us American English.
Gotcha. Us non-weeds.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Skeleton, what was it? Was it Skullface?
Skullface.
That's very Japanese, wording. So.
Sounds like a metal band.
Yeah.
Skullface Bookstore. Welcome to Skullface. We're the rock. So who wants to take this lead? I just started it. Lamp recommended it.
I recommend
it's pretty interesting, y'all. I'm gonna let Lamp lead this conversation.
All right. So it's a really basic anime. It's nothing. There's no actions. It's just a slice of life, sort of.
Hey,
it's about this skeleton. Oh Lord, it's bizarre. All right, so
you gotta describe it because they can't see this. Imagine exactly. they're not seeing this.
Tell us what it's about. I've never seen it before.
So there's this bookstore in Japan where a man named Honda-san, who was legit a skeleton, for some weird reason, because it's his creative choice, the guy who made it. It's his creative choice to like make all the main cast like faceless.
They wear masks.
Yeah, like faceless identities. So
and then he portrays himself as a skeleton.
Yeah, he portrays himself as a skeleton.
Because not to cut you out, but because a lot of the story is his point of view. Because he worked, the guy who created, he worked in a bookstore.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's pretty much this. It's really this like real chill, real funny, real relaxed anime of this guy just trying to get through work in the bookstore, and that's the base of it. It's like it's just really funny. It's just a guy and his team doing their best to satisfy the people of Japan with their mangas, with their anime, with their mangas, their books, their history books, and American comics.
Okay. And in episode 1...
Episode 1? Oh, Lord.
I was exposed to another Japanese element that I'm not used to.
A new genre that's rising.
A genre that I'm not used to.
This genre is rising to the top.
It's a real thing, guys. Kevin wants to take this one because you have more knowledge of this.
Oh, yeah. Hold on now.
Kevin knows more about this. Go ahead, Kevin. Tell us. Describe it to us, Kevin.
All right, well, in Japan, there's a genre that has been growing in popularity since 2004ish.
Okay, early 2000s.
And it's all been by women. And that was it called? BL?
Yeah.
Boys Love.
Boys Love. Okay.
I'm sorry. What?
BL. Boys Love. You heard
Boys
him.
Love. You heard me.
I'm gonna need an explanation of this.
In parentheses, it's yaoi.
It's yaoi.
Yaoi. Okay.
Pretty much what it is. It could be anything, like action or whatever, but the two main characters are two dudes and they fall in love, whatever. And they have a lot of, some of them do have explicit scenes, some don't, but a lot of the show talks about the explicit stuff because most of the time those yaoi fans are looking for explicit stuff.
Gotcha. So the show covers what most of those girls are looking for in the books. What they're looking for. Because as I was watching, because I only watched the first episode, and I remember one of the ladies came in and she was specifically looking for one that had tentacles in it. And we all know Japan and tentacles, boy.
Boy, what you got these people watching?
So these are the animes that they recommend to me.
Look,
I can only share what I see.
Look, this show's gonna teach you about vocabulary, like Dichi, self-published books.
So it's the reading rainbow of Japan.
Pretty well. No, a mature version.
Obviously mature version.
I just like the way you're describing this lady. I imagine her like. What was that?
What?
No, that was it. Kiss Him, Not Me. The girl before she lost all the weight.
No,
you know how she was like big and heavy.
Yeah.
She's like,
right.
Please recommend this under the tentacles.
Well, there's a character like that, but but like in that episode, it wasn't a girl that was looking for it. It was a dad. It was a father.
I'm sorry, what?
It was a father looking for a manga
for
his daughter.
Yeah, she asked.
But he doesn't know what it is, and plus he's a foreigner, so he was speaking English.
Right.
So he had his phone. He was showing the clerk.
Right.
Who is
Honda-san.
Like, hey, you know this book? And he's like, what the?
He's like, are you looking for this?
Are you looking for that?
You know what this is?
And it's for your daughter?
He's like,
you know she's your age?
Like, this is not, like, at least Honda knows, like, is your daughter, like, of age for this?
Right.
Like, we don't, and it's like a self-published book, so it's like somebody who made it by hand.
Yeah.
Right.
But they don't sell that because that bookstore sells full published books.
Right. So they don't fit. Okay.
Yeah. So like, say like in comic books, like Marvel, DC. Like if it's not from a published company, like it's called Image or whatever, then they don't sell the books.
Gotcha. So he couldn't find the book for his daughter. Unfortunately, he couldn't. Get her the book.
And it was pretty funny how he had to be like, try not to, freak him out.
Right, and try to explain to him what it was.
But
he was looking for.
Yeah, but at the same time he can't because he can't speak English. So it's just like, we don't have yaoi.
No, the show's funny. It's pretty funny.
This show, I highly recommend.
But in the second episode, if you watch the second episode, that's where it really opens up about like how Japan gets their comics and how they sell them. And like American comics, damn, we give them the big books.
Yeah, because like in Japan, they only have like not only, but they mostly have like non-colored and like really soft.
Right.
And
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And in America, we have nice papers, heavy quality papers. All we got colors, and then all that adds on to the weight, whether you believe it or not. And it's Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So basically, Honda said that's his department. It's American comic books. And he talks about how that stuff breaks his back all the time. Right. He has to lift those books.
Yeah.
Because he works in like a store that has like 6 floors, and so he has to go to the he has to go to the top floor to put to the American comic books because they deliver the stuff in the bottom, the basement.
Right. Yeah.
And so he has to grab them, pick it up, and he can't use a cart
because it's full.
Because sometimes there'll be people
busy, like
real busy in the store. And so he's just like, oh man, what is this? And he can't carry it like manga, like normal manga, with his chin, whatever. So it's like it's all his little
right.
It's all his little trials and tribulations.
Right, working in a bookstore. It's definitely something. It's funny to watch, and it's not that long. It's like 15 minutes.
It's like 11 minutes.
Like 11 minutes, so it's a super short show. Yeah. It's a quick watch, and it's funny. It's quirky. It's goofy.
It's chill. It's relaxing. If you're looking for like a really relaxing anime season this year, I highly recommend that. It's
Skull Facebook Store Honda-san. All right.
Hold on.
What about Cleo?
What do you think of
all this anime we just dropping on you?
Boys love. Oh, that boys love.
You've been awfully quiet over there.
What do you think about that yaoi?
What do you think about that yaoi?
Do you read? You don't read.
I mean, I know you don't. But like,
I don't read a lot of manga. The most manga I've read was like Kingdom Hearts. There was like one.
There is a manga.
Cut the mic.
There is a.
Damn, you're old.
That was a long time ago.
Actually, there's a more up to date one. They did it for Kingdom Hearts. They did it for 2. They did it for 2.8.
Mm-hmm.
So they're getting you ready for 3 whenever that comes out.
Yeah, whenever they're done.
So is it like the Zelda mangas?
Kinda, yeah.
Those are nice.
It's kind of like it tells you the whole story, but it's kind of like they add a few more things into it, so you know just a little bit more of a backstory.
Because it's not the game, it's a manga, so they have to like fill in the gap of the
gap.
It's kind of like how do you tell the story without having the whole play factor into it.
So,
all right, what's up, Jacob?
I have a question for Cleo.
Oh boy,
Cleotis.
All right,
how you doing, girl?
I know you at least seen Brokeback Mountain.
I actually have it.
Oh
boy. So for those of you listening, the best way to describe yaoi is Brokeback Mountain. That's all we can say.
But I know what it is.
Oh boy, Heath Ledger's my favorite actor.
I bet.
And that was before Batman. I mean, The Dark Knight Rises. Was it The Dark Knight? It was The Dark Knight. Yes.
Yeah, it's Dark Knight. Goodness.
It's just a rising. Thing.
It's a thing. Okay,
it makes a lot of money. Look,
hey,
if we can make money off of that,
look.
Whatever.
All jokes aside and everything, the movie is good.
What do you talk about? Brokeback?
Yeah.
Moving right along. We're not going to get stuck on Brokeback Mountain.
Cinematography is amazing.
I bet it is. The 2 horses tied up outside. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That Family Guy skit when the horse pops his head in.
Jesus. All right. So to pull away from anime for a little bit here, we're going to talk about the Aquaman trailer. I know they released another one not too long ago.
Yeah, it was really good.
With some updates on what's going to be in the movie.
He got the suit.
He does have the suit. He does have the typical Aquaman suit.
Green pants, orange shirt.
Who wants to take the lead on this?
I mean, I could say a little bit of the Aquaman trailer.
Well, from watching it, what do you think they're pulling the source material?
It's pretty much the new 52.
The new 52 Aquaman.
That's pretty much what it is. Okay. It's just that. I mean, his style, the way he looks,
right,
it's just like the cartoons and stuff like that. Like he has like the beard, So
the Brave and the Bold.
The Brave and the Bold. Well, his characteristics is like the Brave and the Bold. He's like a cartoon. He's just big, bigger than life. So that's like his attitude. Because like in the New 52, he's a little bit more like serious. Not like Batman serious, but he's just not really aware, and he doesn't want to fulfill whatever destiny because he didn't want to be a part of it. Because like his mom was from Atlantis. And then like she left him behind, and then he has to go and realize that he has to fight for the throne. But in this one, it's a little bit more, lighthearted. So I don't know how it's gonna play out later on in the movie.
So do you feel like it's gonna go the way like the animated film?
The Atlantis.
Yeah. Aquaman, the Justice League, Rise of Atlantis or something.
Rise of
I forgot what it was.
Something like that.
Yeah, where kind of like where he was kind of groggy and moody in the beginning, and then he takes the role even though he's kind of like the unwanting hero. Do you feel like that's the way they're gonna go with this movie?
No, because they try to do that with Batman vs Superman.
You saw where that got them.
Martha!
or just Superman in general.
Okay.
So I don't think they're gonna do that because I think they're just trying to maybe put little elements like that, but like the whole ride, you could tell he's like this charismatic guy, funny. He's not gonna be movie like first seeing the trailer. I don't know how he's gonna feel about like him knowing his mom. Queen,
right? Was it, the Queen of Atlantis. Okay. I know one thing I liked from the trailer was when they showed Black Manta. Oh, he was shooting them beams. Oh, that was the best part for me. That's all I cared about when I saw Black Manta.
You guys see the extended trailer?
Yeah. I mean, that's the one where we're pretty much covering
shooting the beams.
The newer one. Yeah,
they were saying that guy that was chasing. I always forget her name. Who becomes the Queen of Atlantis with Aquaman? I always forget her name. Redhead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She, the person that was chasing her, wrecking through the buildings, is an Atlantean. That's why he's wearing that heavy gear. Because it's like, what was the guy from Hellboy? Abe Sapien. It's like a rebreather. It's how he's able to breathe on land. That's why he was wearing all that heavy armor.
Right, so he can okay.
Is there some Captain America Winter Soldier shit going through the water?
Yeah, that's cool. I don't know. We'll see what they do with it. Hopefully, it'll be better than what we've seen from the other films.
Oh yeah,
being its own little thing. Maybe it'll do good like Wonder Woman did.
Yeah, probably. I just hope the villains are good. Mm-hmm. I know they have Black Manta, but I don't know if that's the main villain. Okay. It's gonna be his brother. Even though Manta's kind of.
Who's that actor?
Which one?
The brother.
I'm gonna Google it. So search it up. We'll get an answer.
It's like I know that guy. I just can't think of his name.
But it's gonna be his brother, and hopefully, I don't know how they're gonna turn out. Because I'm not really sure. But they're gonna do a war, and they're gonna fight on land. And
okay, so
I have to see how that turns out with the CGI.
It's Patrick Wilson, but right next to him, King Nearest, Dolph Lundgren.
What?
Dolph Lundgren.
William Dafoe's going to be in it.
William Dafoe's in it?
Oh my god. I was like...
Dolph Lundgren is playing.
Oh yeah, Dolph Lundgren. Okay.
And then William Dafoe.
Okay, Patrick Wilson is going to be...
Yeah, that's orange. Like bleached his hair or something.
Nicole Kidman.
He's kind of like a... What would you describe that? It's like a brownish red, kind of like a chestnut, I guess.
Uh-huh.
So when I saw him blonde hair, I'm like, I know this guy, but something's off. Wasn't he the guy who played... what was it? Owlman in
Watchmen?
Yes, Watchmen.
Yes, that was him.
He's playing another DC hero.
Hey, true. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. A lot of people forget Watchmen's DC.
Yeah, it definitely is the primary story.
It's published by Vertigo.
What do you think, Clea?
Well,
Aquaman trailer.
I thought that trailer was amazing. I mean, remember when people made fun of Aquaman? Not anymore.
Okay, to be frank, it's Super Friends Aquaman, right?
Yeah, so he's gonna be super corny and cheesy.
First of all, let's put the actor out there, Jason Momoa. He's a bro.
Yeah,
to the biggest, like you could drop him in a frat boy party and you wouldn't even know he was there. He would just blend right in, and he would walk out and it'd be like, "Holy crap, that was Jason Momoa!"
I just realized.
It's like, and the way he's going with this kind of, because he's Arthur before he's Aquaman. Mm-hmm. The way he's going as Arthur, it's like, you're doing a good job. From what I can see from the trailers. But, we got to see the movie before we put that final grade on it.
Right, yeah, before we give you the okay, you're our Aquaman.
My only concern is that it may or may not have too much going on.
Uh-huh.
Maybe that's just me, but, you know what I mean? Because when I saw the trailers, there's a lot of things happening. It's just like,
You don't know, still on the fence.
That's CGI.
Yeah.
That's CGI, yeah, for real. All right, that's one of those things we have to kind of wait and see. What's up, Lamp?
Is that usually a good thing, though?
What's that?
For DC. When not a lot of things happen.
When not a lot of things are happening?
Yeah, like when everything like actually takes its time.
Oh no, I said when too many things
No,
happen.
she was saying too many things were happening in the
Yeah.
trailer. So she didn't know.
Batman vs Superman.
Right. So she was saying that too many things. And
Bruce,
Justice
you
League,
can save us, Bruce.
all that, and Justice League too, just too much. But yeah, if they do pace themselves, like they did with Wonder Woman, if they just pace themselves,
It felt like Wonder Woman.
stick to one villain,
Yeah.
and like just tell a story, and then give us the superhero elements, then it'll work out.
Well, the villain was kind of a twist.
Which one for?
Wonder Woman.
Oh, with what was his name? Not
He was like the
Ares.
God of War.
God of
God
War.
of War.
Ares.
Yeah,
Ares.
Ares.
Yeah,
But
Ares.
it's kind of weird because like
Kratos.
that Ares is an old man,
Right. That was kind of awful.
and he's not like
You gotta remember he's an English actor. English actors look older than they actually are.
Yeah, but
I mean, look at Andrew Lincoln. That dude is like 40, and he looks like he's 60 in the new
That's
season.
yeah, but I'm
That's
talking
true.
about the
It's like
comics. Like if you look at the
Shazam.
comics, he
Mhm.
looks like a big. He just looks this cool suited warrior. But they in this one they just Wonder Woman they just put a helmet on the old man and made him fight. I'm like, okay, I guess.
Well, doesn't she usually fight Hades?
No, she fights Ares.
Yeah, she because she's part of the New 52, so she fights all the gods.
All the
Okay.
gods. Okay.
I'm not that familiar with
The New 52.
that much. I've read a bit, but I'm not that familiar.
What's up, Jacob?
Okay, like you guys have stated, yeah, I'm looking forward to Aquaman. I mean, hopefully it takes DC into the right direction, like Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I'm also looking forward to Shazam. Hopefully,
Oh boy.
DC makes that good because Shazam was my favorite characters. Man. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I was.
Look, all I gotta say about Shazam is,
Shazam.
and this is why I'm on the hype train with you. Not that big hype train, but I'm on the train with you. I'm sitting next to you in the cart. Is it's not the Shazam kids. It could be the Shazam kids, which I did not like.
Well,
I kind of like what they're going, where he's not the
It's just
8-year-old.
Billy Batson.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like how he's Billy Batson, but he's not the 8-year-old Billy Batson.
Okay.
He's the 13-year-old,
Okay.
kind of like he's a
No.
little grizzled, but he finds his way through his adopted family.
okay, so this Shazam is again New 52. So
Right.
He's in the comics. He's an asshole little kid.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about him.
Which is kinda what
he's
I
a
was
little shit.
Mhm.
Alright. Just putting it out there.
Mhm.
Have
He's a
that
bit of-
in that content.
He's a bit of a prick. I'm
Prick
saying
is
it
an
nicely.
understatement.
I'm saying it nicely.
Frick is an understatement. And this one, they kind of give it a good balance
Okay.
of his character. So he's not too much of an asshole. So he at least he cares for his adopted family, not like in the comics.
Okay.
Yeah. In the comics, he hates their guts. It's like crazy, and like it takes a while until like he gets his powers and something crazy happens, like dark side, and then he's like cool with his family.
Hmm.
So we'll see how that movie goes.
Yeah, we'll see how Shazam goes. I'll do a plug for Shazam. I don't know. I will see. I don't have much to say about it.
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
if they even,
If
because
they
we know
do
it
it.
was rumored that The Rock's supposed to be.
I mean,
Yeah.
I thought The Rock. He even announced it
Supposed to be
himself.
Black Adam.
He said that he's gonna pay Black Adam.
Yeah, he said it.
But
Well,
now they're saying he's going to be the villain for Suicide Squad 2. And I was just like, wait, so what
What?
about Shazam? Yeah, I'm telling you what I
again,
heard.
we don't know.
Telling you what I
Who
read.
knows what DC and WB trying to work out? They all over the place as is.
I mean, it's just WB.
Really, it's really WB messing them. I know it is. But whatever. We'll see what happens. Only thing I just didn't care for out of the Shazam trailer, throwing my 2 cents, is like the bodysuit. Didn't work for me. I don't like the whole rubbery looking. Because we know that ain't his muscles, right? We
Yeah,
all know.
no.
Okay. Everybody else in the series all worked out and lift weights to get that buff. And they just put a rubber suit on this comedian. And I was like, just roll with it, bro.
Because like you can see from his neck,
And that's what bothers me. Right here in the neck area, you can tell that ain't him. he ain't gained them muscles. He ain't got
Yeah.
them gains.
and that's one of the parts that kind of takes away from it, is that Shazam's supposed to be this big hero,
Right,
because
super
he
big
was
buff,
he
yeah.
was before DC became DC.
Mm-hmm.
Shazam was known as Mr. Marvel.
Right, Captain Marvel, yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, he was the Captain
and he
Marvel.
was, alongside Superman, one of the original superheroes that were created.
Right.
He wasn't part of DC because he was his own separate
Oh, okay.
comic book
Okay.
story. Until later on when DC went in, they bought the rights for it to bring into the universe.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like you did, Jamal.
How about the suit? Yeah,
it looks
I'm
like
feeling
he's
it.
trying to be like SpongeBob. We're like,
Oh, when he had the inflatable arms?
Yeah, just puffing him up.
Yes, you hit, yo.
Boy, that thing looked like some CW Thursday night series type suit. Throw him in there with Black Lightning and Supergirl and the Flash.
The dude's name is Zachary Levi, and it's
Yeah, Zachary Levi.
and he's a
comedian.
fit dude.
But they needed him to be bigger than what.
Bro, just get
He's
some
able-
protein shakes and hit it 20 hours a day.
That's why
But
I
that's the thing.
wish.
You can't really get somebody as big as
Well, Chris, what's his name? The guy who plays Cap. Chris
Shazam.
Chris
not
Evans.
even
He was built before he did Captain America, and he had trouble gaining muscle weight.
For
And
that role?
He just kicked it up a notch, and that's how he got as big as he is now.
No,
Yeah.
but Superman.
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill. Uh-huh.
Man was huge. He could play. I mean, man, he's not so long as Superman. Might as well.
Well, now there's rumors saying he's gonna come back, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, man. If you're gonna do Geralt for The Witcher, you're gonna do Geralt for The Witcher.
Right. Don't come here half-assing. I need all of Geralt. But that's another podcast.
Don't be like, I'm looking for Siri, and then, hi guys, I'm the American Boy Scout.
Right. Yeah. I need.
We don't
to
even
stay.
get that. First
No,
of all.
we don't even get that. We got the dark Superman.
We got.
The emo.
Yes.
I'm
I
gonna
am
snap
God.
his neck.
What?
Right. He knows.
I am God. What? That's Superman. He's not aware that he's God. All right. We're done.
All right. So we're good with the DC Aquaman. I mean, since we're already on DC, we might as well go ahead and talk about James Gunn jumping in for the
boy.
Suicide Squad.
Boy, that boy shifting gears.
What is? I don't blame him. Good job on WB and DC picking him up since he
That was a
no
smart
longer
move.
with Disney, and I think he can do a lot of good for it.
Oh,
After what we've
definitely.
seen with Guardians of the Galaxy and that whole vibe and theme
I believe in him.
of not your typical heroes, and they were already convicts and villains, and they were cast outs already. And so what he did for Guardians of the Galaxy, I think he can do for Suicide Squad.
So is
And
his brother going to be in it?
I don't
No.
think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
But the thing is, you believe in him, but do you believe in WB?
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
They have a way of just crippling these directors and writers from doing what they
Because
need to
Joss
do.
Whedon, went to direct Justice League movie.
Mm-hmm.
After he took over from
Zack Snyder.
Zack
Snyder, okay.
and it just been a mismatch. They didn't give him the time to fix the movie because
Right.
he took over. So we all like James Gunn, but will you have faith on WB to not, get away from a director's vision, especially somebody like him who you already seen how he could change a franchise.
For real. Him alone, and his influence in his movies kind of paved the way for some of the other ones that came later. Like, look at Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
You can tell that was heavily influenced by the Guardians of the Galaxy. The whole theme, the retro vibe, the music, the art style, the color palette, the text in the movies. It was like a walk down memory lane watching that. Clea, what do you have to say? I know you want to add in on this.
Oh man, like
James
I think
Gunn.
it's like it hasn't been like 5 minutes and like Warner Brothers just came whoop, just swooped them up.
Yeah. We'll take your leftovers, Disney. Please. Give them to us, please. Whatever you don't want, we'll take.
It's like that T-shirt. Put Darth Vader, come to the dark side. We got cookies.
Yeah, exactly. So, what do you think he's gonna do for the?
I think
Suicide
he might
Squad.
put it on track. I mean, that's just my opinion because like I like his movies and he did a good job with Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think hopefully he puts everything in track, and maybe if that movie does well, he can direct other DC movies as well. Maybe I mean. We have to see how it goes, to be honest, but I do have faith in his directing skills.
Right.
I have hope for that too because there is rumor that there is going to be a Harley Quinn movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I heard.
It's rumored. It's just like they threw it out there. They haven't said anything else about it. Just like the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Which Joaquin Phoenix.
What was it?
Joaquin.
Jaquan.
Jake Qualley.
Jaquan Phoenix.
What was the show? Jake, get over here, Jake Qualley.
What's up, Jake?
While we're in the subject of DC, Titans.
Moving right along.
I got
Sabrina.
one question though.
What?
For DC. Is Will Smith coming back?
He said he would like to do it. He enjoyed it. he was cool for his role. He made a great Deadshot. He was the best, and that's the thing. When you take somebody like him and you just kind of throw him in this hodgepodge movie, I mean, he's going to give you the best he got. Right. So that's why he stands out so much in the film. You're like, man, why is he just doing so much? Like, he's acting too good for this. He just stands out from everybody else.
It's like putting LeBron in a bad team. Oh.
Right. Exactly. Like putting LeBron on a shitty team.
What was that team called? It was in Ohio. What was it called? I forget the name. They were called the Cleveland what?
Cavaliers. Not the Lakers. What do you mean?
Now he with the Lakers.
They were such a team. But he came back. He came in.
But
what's up?
I like the characters overall, but it was Deadshot, Will Smith's character. I was like, I felt like you were saying, like he was really putting the
right.
Because I always forget her name, but the actress who played Harley Quinn and the guy who played Captain Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang.
They were
also
great,
good.
but
they
it's
were
just
solid.
like Will Smith was like in that character's role.
Right, you can tell.
Dived in.
He was Deadshot.
Because he's a superstar, man.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah.
He was as I felt like because the only other time I saw him do a dark, kind of darkish kind of character role was from I Am Legend when he played as the
right
Colonel guy, whatever his name was.
Right. From I Am Legend.
It was like he's like depressed. He's
because he lost everything.
He's just doing what he's got to do to get through the day, and that's the kind of character I felt like he went with when he did Deadshot.
Yeah, and that makes sense. He kind of pulled from that to develop that.
Because the only thing that was motivating him was his daughter. That was it. In the Suicide Squad, not I Am Legend.
Right.
The only motivation was his daughter, and that's the only reason why he did it. He's like, I'm doing this just to see her again.
Right.
And don't forget Amanda Waller, Olivia Davis.
Great Amanda Waller.
She's a great Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
She can definitely stay if they continue it. I don't know. I'm guessing it's going to be like a complete reboot of the movie. That's what I'm thinking. He's going to do a complete overhaul of it. Or is he going to do a continuation?
Maybe.
And use what they started with? I'm like, all right, I can just kind of build off this.
I think they should just build what they left off.
The
problem is that since we don't have, the SoundCloud rapper Joker.
Lord, please.
Tekashi. 6ix9ine.
Tekashi won't be in the movie. Okay.
50 Cent, stop making fun of my kid.
Since he's not gonna be there, I don't know how they're gonna. They could salvage it, but like how they're gonna put Harley Quinn
without him,
yeah, because that's like the whole big drama with that character. I mean, if they reboot it, maybe they do it without Harley Quinn. I mean, I think they could resalvage it and make a sequel, because that probably would help it more,
right?
Help the movie, because you don't need to restart the series because you're already in it. Even though Superman claims he's not gonna be in the movie. Batman.
We already know Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck is going somewhere for help.
We seen those interviews, and he was just out of it.
He was depressed.
You could see his mind, his face was just drifting away while they would ask questions to him and Henry Cavill.
Not just that, like you see him doing like the Make-A-Wish, and like he's driving the Batmobile. Like you could tell he was sad. Like,
he was dead inside.
Even helping people, he was sad helping people. It's like,
this is his kid's dying wish to be with Batman, and you can't even get into it.
Ron Perlman did a better job when he dressed up as Hellboy.
Exactly, but again, because you know what, he can't take hard criticism, and because nobody liked the movies, automatically to him, he's like, "Oh, I'm a failure. I'm now the worst Batman at all," which he's not. But still,
no.
But that's just how I'm sure that's how Ben Affleck sees it.
He's better than George Clooney.
George Clooney will always apologize, no matter what.
I'm sorry for the bat nipples.
Look. All I gotta say about that is he played a good Bruce Wayne.
No, good Bruce Wayne, terrible Batman.
Terrible Batman.
And the same thing with Michael Keaton. Great Batman, not a great Bruce Wayne.
Come on, you want to fight? Let's fight. You can see the Beetlejuice coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Val Kilmer.
Oh,
man, Jesus Christ.
That is when
he is the worst.
That is when he was going down. You could see him gaining weight while he was filming that movie. Yeah. Like the beginning of the movie, he's like super skinny, buff, whatever. And as the movie gets on, you see a gut slowly forming.
Bro, you see he had jowls. Like, he
had those weird dimples that the kid who played Hannibal Rising did when he smiled. Remember Hannibal Rising when he smiled? He had the weird like Joker dimples on his mouth. That was Val Kilmer. I was like, boy, Val, what's going on with you, man? If you've seen him now, holy crap.
Who, Val Kilmer?
freaking sumo, dude.
Oh my gosh.
He's like,
and he's balding too. So
oh man,
he's still trying to have that ponytail.
He did not age well.
What was that movie, MacGruber? Where there's the parody of MacGyver. It was
yeah.
He was the villain.
Mm-hmm.
That big guy in the movie, that was Val Kilmer.
Not just that, Val Kilmer was in the Jack Black's band.
Tenacious D.
And then they did a video when they came back in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
They had Val Kilmer. He
blew up like a house.
It's funny because you watch the movie The Heat and The Saint, and then you see this, and you're like, "What the fuck
happened to Val Kilmer?"
You're like, "Bro, do you do drugs? Is there a reason this is going on?"
Who knows? Life. He don't care no more. All right, so we're good on the James Gunn
we're
DC. We don't went on our DC rant.
Yeah.
We're good. Anything you want to add, Lamp, to James Gunn jumping in there?
I have faith in him. Man. As long as he has his creative freedom, as long as they don't take it away from him, he should be good.
All right, what about you, Jacob? Same thing.
Feel the same way.
Same way.
I feel like if that's the case, he's gonna fight for it. Fight for his creative freedom. Be like, look, do you want a Suicide Squad movie or do you want a great Suicide Squad movie?
Right, exactly.
Be like, look. And be like, look, I understand criticism and all that stuff, but look what I did with Disney. Yeah. Do you want that? Or do you want another Suicide Squad 2 your way?
Exactly. And let them marinate on that.
just drops the mics, walks out of the room.
It's kind of like, do you want to catch it to Marvel in the small way?
Or it's gonna take them time. They just need to
bomb, Jacob.
they just have to pace themselves.
What happened to that landmine he stepped on?
But this is perfect for them because now, before we know it, we're gonna come to a close for the Marvel main, MCU franchise. Once we get that next Infinity War movie, and wrap it up. And a lot of actors are already kind of done with their contracts.
Yeah.
So I know I'm not looking forward to it. My heart is. I might cry.
Free agency.
After 10 years.
Look,
exactly.
I'll bring tissue boxes. Okay,
please. No, I know I'm gonna cry.
I'm balling, bro.
I'm dying.
You balling.
Yo, there's certain characters that just at the end of the movie, I was like.
Yeah, son.
I was like, okay, that makes sense. Okay, but then like a few characters, I was like, why are you disappearing?
Yeah. All right. So Sabrina, the Netflix teenage witch.
Clea is your.
This is all you, Clea. I don't know nothing. All I know is the old Sabrina the teenage witch.
Let me tell you something.
And the cartoon show.
The cartoon show. Ooh.
Let me tell you something. I used to watch the cartoon when I was a kid, as well as the live action. So, and I loved all of it. Like, it was just, it was really campy or whatever, but this new version is like super dark and it's based off, I think it's more accurately based off a comic that came out a while ago.
Wait, dark?
Okay.
Yeah, it's really dark.
This new one, Sabrina.
The new comic, the Sabrina.
So I have a
Chilling
question.
Adventures of Sabrina.
Is it going to be live action or is it going to be cartoon?
No, it's live action.
It's live action.
Okay, so...
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to expect some good quality graphics.
Oh yeah. You showed us like in the trailer. There's like this Satan figure.
This thing gonna be like Harry Potter.
That's some good CG right there.
Son, I needed Jesus to cover me, bro.
So here's my question because he was my favorite character in Sabrina, animated, live action, everything. Is Salem gonna be in it?
I think he is.
I think he is, but I don't know if he's gonna talk too much because they only show like a little clip of him.
He
just
was like
as
the
cat.
best character.
It was like
show.
this really weird clip. Is like she was inside a room, and then there was this weird shadowy character that came out of a closet and started talking, and then she came closer, and then it
was a cat.
Yeah, it was a cat.
So is it going to be like Bleach with Yoruichi?
I don't know.
She turns into a cat, and then turns back into a human at times to help fight.
Another anime reference for Clea not to get.
Right? She's like, Just think of Sailor Moon.
Talking cat.
The cat from Sailor Moon.
Oh, that cat.
Yeah, there you go.
She's the commentary. You don't talk about that cat. That cat's just commentary.
That's the best way to describe it.
And if you look on the left side of the field, the defensive line.
That's extra.
But Salem was the best character overall. Like he's pretty witty, funny, bro. He needs to talk. Let my boy talk.
But the thing is, he might, but like it's basing off that comic.
That's the comics, Clea.
That's a dark comic.
That's a really
dark. So Salem is.
Yeah, some real shit.
He's gonna tell me some real shit.
Like witches and demons.
Some spiritual for you.
Alright, so basically we already established that I do not like cats.
Okay.
So Salem If you ain't talking, I hate you, my dog.
Your dog.
And you ain't no
My dog.
My dog.
I hate you, my cat. nigga.
Lord have mercy.
Jesus Christ.
So, is it called The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina?
Yes.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, I was just looking up just to see which Sabrina it is.
Yeah, so that's
This
it. The
one's the
Chilling
dark.
Adventures.
This one's the dark one.
Yeah, this one cool.
Edgelords.
I'm also looking to
Edgelord.
see if there's a
Edgy for the
sale.
edgelords.
That's
Hot
right.
topic, get ready.
Oh boy, Hot Topic better. They're gonna sell some merch.
Inventory is about to shoot up, y'all.
Oh, I'm ready to get my little pop figure of Sabrina.
See, it's already starting, guys.
There it
She
is.
kind of looks like the first picture I saw of her. She kind of looks like
Melissa?
yeah, like Red Riding Hood. They had her with a red hood and everything.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, because second thing.
Well, I see on the poster there is a cat laying next to her. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would be safe.
But there is there's like a from the poster. She's laying on a carpet, and it's like a light shining in, like a pentagram. She's laying on it, and there's a book with a pentagram on it. There's an 8-ball laying next to her, and a belt. So you said this is going to be dark, so I swear to God, I better see some seances and hail Satan in this shit.
Yeah, I watched the trailer, man.
Because
Watch
the
the trailer.
thing is like this. It's like I haven't seen the trailer, but it's like you're telling
Watch
me
the
it's going to be dark and
Yeah.
it's going to be seances. I want it to be, and I was like, I don't want to mess with that shit. But if you're going to show me,
Right, if you're going to go that way.
a cult kind of dark magic, kind of fighting with like light magic or whatever you want to say, because she's a witch.
Yeah.
So it's like good witch, bad witch, whatever. She's fighting dark magic. I want to see the dark side of the magic.
Again, man,
I
watch
want
the
to
trailer.
see like the traditional, not like the cauldron, but I want to see like eyeballs in a jar and stuff like that.
You want to see Constantine?
Yeah, stuff like Constantine. I want to see that, like Hellblazer, like the comics.
There you go.
Like everything has a price.
Yes, that's the kind of black magic I want to see. I don't want to see that cheesy kind
That
of.
can't be.
Like,
cheesy
I'll do
fancy.
your bidding. I'm a dark wizard from the past.
Oh.
My name is Voldemort. Oh yes, Harry Potter.
Well, basically, all this talk about black magic, man.
You need to go pray?
Oh my God.
Nope.
Lord have mercy.
Bible on
By the way, I
back.
want to clarify, I'm not ripping on Harry Potter. I'm using it as an example. I like Harry Potter. So, anybody listens to this, Harry Potter's good. I'm using it as an example just to explain how dark I want this show to be.
We got you. Use a reference.
Yeah, Harry Potter
Dude,
was
the
good.
last one.
The last one.
Holy crap.
Not even that dark.
All right. Well, before we get into a whole
I
Harry
agree.
Potter
No.
debate.
No, I'm just
We'll be for
clarifying.
another hour
I don't
talk-
want our fans to think I hate Harry Potter when I don't.
No, you're good. You're good. We know. We're just using this reference.
Well, Quidditch is a good game.
So, final thoughts on Sabrina?
Oh,
I recommend it. I've also read like some people saying, "Oh, that it's good," that or something like that. Like,
Right. So far, everybody's optimistic about it. I
Yeah,
think
like
it's
they have
gonna
like good
be
impressions of it. I mean, I have a good impression.
Yeah,
of
Has
it.
there been critical screenings? Like, has there been critics that have actually gone to see like at least the first episode or something?
No,
Not
I don't
yet.
think so.
because it hasn't
Yeah.
been released yet.
But I saw on the poster it said October 26th, so that's next Friday.
Yeah, but like usually for
As of now.
Netflix,
What else is next?
they don't have
Right,
private
like an
screening
official, right.
until the day of the official release.
All right, cool. So we'll be on the lookout for that, Sabrina, next time. Okay, so now we have the Tom Hardy
My boy.
Venom. Why y'all looking at me like?
Hey, first of all, let's just throw out there that Tom Hardy is a great actor no matter what he does.
He's
Okay.
great. I love that.
Tom Hardy's great.
He
Man.
tried his best.
The man is a great actor whether you see his face or not.
Right.
Even though he does that weird voice. Yeah.
Okay, look, that's just Christopher Nolan.
Okay.
He's done some other movies
Well,
where
not Christopher Nolan. I'm talking about Venom.
they fixed it. He was
Oh.
he was very understandable
Oh.
when you see it.
Yeah.
Like, because in the first trailer, he's like, it sounds like he had like water and he was
He had
drowning.
Tourette's.
It sounded like he was drowning in water, and then they toned it down big time. It just sounds like he's snarling every time he talks this time, but he's understandable. It's not like he needs subtitles.
All right, so without saying too much, I know some people still haven't seen it yet in this room. So
Yeah.
without
You know
saying
what?
too much, how do you feel about the movie, Miles?
I will say this: I'm a fan of Venom, and the fact that they did a standalone and not the whole in the Spider-Man universe type of thing.
Mhm.
It's a great standalone Venom film. And that part alone, it's amazing. I would recommend to go see it. Venom fan or not, it's just a good anti-hero movie.
Fair enough. Scale of 1 to 10, what do you give?
You have to be honest now.
Be honest.
Be honest
It's a
now.
borderline between, and this is because I rate harsh. It's got to like blow me out of my seat to give it like a 9 or something.
All right.
It's between a 6.5 and a 7.
Oh, so
Okay.
so
Fair.
pretty much.
And I never-
watch.
It's what?
It's an FX watch. Is
It's
it?
an FX watch.
We'll wait for it to come on FX.
Well, I had some issues, and the one issue you could see in the trailer was the whole symbiote bondage. Because in the comics of Spider-Man, when he first gets the symbiote suit and he wants to turn back into his regular clothes, it turns into like black jeans, black shoes, and a t-shirt. In the movie, it just goes into his skin.
It absorbs.
Yeah, it goes into his body, and I was kind of
That
like,
wouldn't
okay,
be
that's.
like
I was expecting like, if it doesn't go full clothes, can it at least just turn into like a black shirt or
Or a
something?
jacket or something.
Yeah, I'm like that would have worked instead of like overall. So I'm like, does it like phase through the fabric of the clothes as well, or do the clothes
I
stay
mean,
on it?
at that point, you can't really think of comic book logic.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Because-
that didn't bother me.
Because the whole thing of the symbiote is it needs a host,
Right.
which is
Yeah.
what it tells you from the comics. Now it's like it's saying it goes into your molecules and it really becomes a part of you. Is the way this movie kind of portrayed.
Yeah. Like
Venom.
it's you. Yeah. We are Venom. You become one.
Like, no
With the
joke.
symbiote.
Like, you
Yeah,
really
like, yeah.
become one. It's not like, hey, I'm like a black t-shirt that bonds to you like armor.
It's legit.
It goes into your body.
You are it, and it is you. That's pretty much what it is.
All right, well, now tell us the real.
Not for the real. Let me tell you about this shit ass movie. no. It's
That's what I was waiting for.
trash.
I'm waiting for the real review.
Get this taste out of my mouth.
All right. So I did it from the neutral critic standpoint. So explain from the comic book fanboy standpoint.
Well, I don't know how the fuck you do a Venom movie
Push
without
them
Spider-Man.
nerd glasses up.
First of all, I don't know how you do Venom without Spider-Man, because I don't know where you read in any of the comics Venom came and then Peter Parker was somewhere else bullshitting. Like, that was just never a thing.
Okay, first of all, we need to explain to them that this movie's in San Francisco and not New York.
It takes place in San Francisco. It's not New York. So
But
get that out of your head.
they do explain, like, Eddie Brock's character is from New York. They do explain that he was from New York.
It's like bits and minute details.
I do like the way
that they pull.
they showed how he was a reporter. Like that little quick segment.
Again,
yeah, it was a quick and sweet way to explain who Eddie Brock was.
Yeah, they kind of,
and it was done in 30 seconds, and that way you can just prolong the movie and explain what's going on next.
So they don't bog you down with like
not like
character
Suicide Squad,
background.
the first one, not the second one, the first
Not
one.
the first one. Yeah, they don't bog you down with like character details and like background history. They're just kind of like, here he is. This is what he does. He's one of those like journalists that like to push the button and get people worked up and ask all the hard questions. And then he just kind of got thrown in a situation, and then boom, symbiote came, blah, 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 Earth, all that. As you can see in the trailer, the aliens come, they take over, and then that's it. And then the lab gets it, and they're like, oh, let's try to synthesize this to do our evil bidding, and then it escapes, and now he has it. Because it likes him. I can't...
And he likes him, okay.
That's the thing. I don't know how to like describe it, because
It gives-
based
it
off the
gives it
comics... They bond because of their hatred towards Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The symbiote wants to get to Peter Parker because of his power, and Eddie Brock just like hates him, and he's like, all right, well, we have a common interest. Let's work together to get rid of Spider-Man. Cool, let's do that. And this, you don't really have that.
No,
it's kind of like, right, it's kind of like, I bonded to you. Oh, okay, I can benefit from using you. You're pretty physically fit.
It's
let's
kind
work
of like
together.
and I hate to say
It's
this,
it's weird.
It's like a
It's
shallow
weird.
boyfriend, the one that won't leave you alone.
Exactly.
So
It just
wait, so-
latches onto
so-
you like a needy person.
I can't leave you. I love you. I'll never
Huh?
love anybody else. I'll kill myself without you.
Hold on,
So,
Mom.
wait, so they fell in love?
No, okay, no, more like a bromance.
Oh,
type.
It's a bromance.
It's
Brokeback Mountain symbiote.
Symbiote edition.
Exactly.
Look how this episode goes back.
Right. All full circle, y'all. Full circle. Now we're back at Brokeback.
No, but seriously, it's cool and interesting how to see how Venom bonds with him. I'm agreeing with you. They should have had Spider-Man. They really should have had Spider-Man because it would have made a lot more sense. Even if it was just a quick little beginning, just a little backstory at the beginning with Spider-Man, I would have been fine with that.
Yeah, but
Can't
none of
because
that.
it's Sony.
They can't because it's standalone.
Yeah, but they own
But it don't matter because now Disney has. So that's a whole nother like discussion. But yeah, Disney got Spider-Man.
They gave him Spider-Man, and then they like
tell that to the MGU, the Marvel Gaming Universe.
Exactly.
I want to see that symbiote suit in the next DLC. So listen to me, Insomniac.
No, that's gonna be its own game. Trust me. They've already announced that. They've already announced it's gonna be that game. But to kind of wrap it up, in the movie, I mean, it had cool graphics. Venom's huge. He's big. He's hulking almost. So that's cool. He runs up the buildings. That's cool. It's like little stuff like that cool. And another thing that really killed me about watching that movie, and to me it was just obvious because I watch a lot of films and I know the work that kind of goes, and we all know the work that goes into editing and making movies and animation. But you can tell when they cut the parts that are supposed to be graphic. And that's what kills
just
me.
like Wolverine?
Just like Wolverine. Like, you can tell, like, I'm going to eat this guy. Cut away, now he's gone, and now he's back to being Eddie Brock. Like, what the fuck? You just cut like fucking 15 minutes? What's supposed to happen there? I saw him grab this guy, and now he's back to being Eddie Brock. Bye, Mrs. Chen, and he's walking out this. Like, come on, dude.
See, that was the problem. Like, I'll be totally honest. When I was first heard about this movie, I was like,
with the rated R rating.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm super
It was
excited.
worth it when it was rated
Then
R.
I hear it's PG-13, and I'm like, boy, this movie's gonna suck. But then I saw it, and I was like, okay, it was better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah,
and I'm not
defending
it. I'm agreeing with you as in the point that it should have been at least the first movie should have been R. If they did every movie after that PG-13, that would have made sense because it's him becoming the anti-hero.
Right.
But the beginning, you need to show the real darkness.
But see, the problem is that it's not that it was rated PG-13, it's that it wasn't written to be PG-13. Like with the Marvel movies, what Disney does, they're written to be PG-13, so it works. They know how to draw that fine line of violence and stabbing somebody and not too much blood.
For example.
Enough cuss words. But there were scenes in this movie, like, I can read his lips and tell he was supposed to say fuck, and he didn't say fuck. I was like, what? There's a scene in there when I don't want to say too much, but there's a scene. Right. When the thing, I won't say, it sounds weird to y'all, but he said fuck. I know he said fuck.
And they replaced it with shit.
Right?
They replaced it with shit.
Right.
I remember.
And they replaced it with shit.
Holy but you read his lips, it says fuck, but they replaced it with him saying shit.
Yeah, because you can only have so many fucks in a PG-13.
I think it's like 10.
You can only give so many.
No, it's like 10 or 20. And then after that, it's rated R.
Yeah, it's only so many you can say. And so, like, I guess they kind of drew that fine line.
Because you could tell in the movie, Logan is like, what the fuck are you doing? Who the fuck are you? I was like, oh, boy, chill.
Yeah, exactly. Huge difference. So stuff like that bothered me. But outside of that, okay. It was an action movie. It was entertaining. I watched it. I got into it. Little stuff kind of drew me back. But then, like, once he turned back into Venom and started fighting and getting back into it, I got back into it. I was like, all right, now it's interesting again.
Boy, Riot.
And then, Riot, from you can see from the trailer, that's the main guy. He's battling in the movie. What's up, Alex?
One thing, though, about the rating thing, you tell, I don't want to say too much, but towards the end with Riot, when he's just in the room. So
from the thing.
When they cut it, it's like, that's supposed to be a very R-rated scene right there.
Exactly.
They're supposed to be cut in half.
Exactly, but
it's
again,
like, first of all, you could have changed them from blades to like a long tentacle, and I'm not doing hentai here when I say this. It could have been a long tentacle arms, and he could have just slapped them. Instead, you see him form giant blades, and he knocks people back. It's like
I didn't want to say all that. It's kind of a big
boy.
I mean, at this point, we're waiting.
It's in the trailer.
FX, right?
It's in the trailer.
Right.
It's in the trailer.
So for my rating, I'd give it a solid. No, I don't give it a 3.
You know what?
I haven't been in that.
Okay,
I'll give it right.
Teacher rating.
I'll give it
A through F.
You know what? Just give it the.
I'll give it
the modest rating, and then when we see it,
then you'll know why I gave it that rating.
No, you give it the modest rating, but once we see it, then you give us the actual rating.
I'll give it a C. I'll give it a C. That's being modest.
I'd probably give it a higher than that.
Okay, well, I'll
give it a B minus.
Man, I want that damn bootleg, bro.
And it's because
oh my god,
this guy,
this the same man that seen Passion of the Christ on VHS before it came out. I just want y'all to know.
I got it on bootleg.
But you
Kevin,
saw it?
You have an excuse.
Did you see it for real, bootleg? Oh, okay, you're being funny.
One thing I did enjoy though.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Alex saw it, so you can give us your rating for it since you saw it.
I give it I started at I'd say a 7.5 because I love Venom.
Of course.
So I was being very optimistic about it, but then like it went down to a 6 for me.
Okay.
And it kind of stayed there. And to me, it really stays as it's just because it's Venom by himself. But the whole thing, it was Spider-Man. But the one thing that really got to me was the fight towards the end. It felt very comic book.
It did.
It did feel like a comic.
And that was like the best. Yeah, that was the best part towards the end. The big fight scene, of course. But that was the best part.
Some things you pointed out, like the bonding between them, the whole, and then some parts were just painful to watch.
I can't. There's certain things I just want to say it, but I want y'all to see it.
Hold thy tongue, sir.
One thing I'll say,
just have to watch it.
Is every time they say "We are Venom," they should just replace it from the Eminem song where it goes like Venom.
You know what we should do?
Hey, that music video was actually good.
We should go back to Venom and do a spoiler version.
We will. We'll have to do a spoiler. Once y'all get a chance to watch it, we have to do a spoiler version.
When it comes out on DVD, we'll talk about the spoilers.
Christmas.
That's right. The legit DVD.
And hopefully, yeah, Jacob.
We're looking at you, Mr.
Bootleg. Over here
what
getting
did they teach
fucking.
you at church?
Can't call that, boy.
Love thy neighbor like thyself. Watch bootlegs before you see it in theaters.
Hey, bro.
And make sure your anime is free.
I can tell you this. What's not in the Bible?
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh my
Gotta tell
god,
on
Jacob.
yourself,
Jacob, you're walking the thin line right now.
You sound like that guy that brings them 18-year-old girls into that one room with the couch.
Oh my
What?
god. Hold on, man.
When you say it like that.
You jumped the whole chapter.
I know, right?
You just went 0 to 9,000 in one sitting. No, what I'm saying.
You're like, whatever's not in the Bible. I'm like, Jacob, you better chill.
No.
There are people who might be Christian listen to this, and they're going to look at you and be like, I
we
thought
lost
this guy
that.
was a holy boy.
Lost the first episode. They gone.
All right, go ahead, Jacob.
What I'm trying to say is, if it's not worth to watch in the theaters, bro, I watch it.
No, you watch the DVD come out, and maybe when they do the DVD, we'll get like the unedited director's cut, and we can see all the
Fingers
scenes.
crossed.
The 40 minutes of cut scene.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, that was the problem I had. It was
Exactly.
an hour 43.
Very short movie.
I was
Very
like,
short.
what the heck is this? Where's
Because
the
you
movie?
can tell they edited half the goddamn movie.
Yeah.
They took about 20-30 minutes away from you.
Cut.
The last cut, right? What really dropped it for me, and it was in the trailer, the chase scene.
Oh, when he was on the bike?
That, I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay. Yeah,
Honestly,
the bike scene wasn't that great. Those effects with the explosion, that was
work.
weird. I didn't like that color that they were... Whatever. You gotta watch it, y'all.
You needed Michael
I mean,
Bay.
Nah, it wasn't Michael Bay.
like Michael
No,
Bay
see,
saw this and said there needs to be more explosions.
Yeah.
Michael Bay when it happened.
I wish Michael Bay
realized
would've did
Michael
it.
Bay. But this is not Michael Bay. This is like Bootleg Bay.
Bootleg Bay.
Hey, bootleg.
Oh my
You
god.
would enjoy it.
His
so.
explosions.
So you would definitely enjoy it. Bootlegging ass.
So his explosions are farts.
There was... What was it? It was like the chase scene...
Yeah, I don't know what they
I
were
want to
doing.
talk a little bit about it, but I feel like if I say just a little bit
No,
about
I-
it,
yeah,
I'll
the-
spoil
No,
it.
I will
Just a
watch
little
it
bit.
before the whole
You do the full... Okay.
And
But
I'll
when
give you my review.
when you
All right.
see this chase scene, you'll see why we're kind of like, my
Yeah,
God.
it was a pain. The chase scene was a pain.
because it was just I felt like there was too much, and there wasn't enough at the same time.
Is
Right.
it-
It
is
was
it-
too much and not enough.
Is it Wolverine Origins Chasing Lane?
Yes,
Okay.
All right, that's it. That's all we need. All right, y'all.
it's a
Now,
helicopter.
now it's time for the quick fire. We're going to run down some quick topics. We're going to get everybody's quick opinion on it. And then we're going to wrap it in. All right, quick fire round. Starting off, big one here. Sears shutting down. Who would have knew? They ain't been in business since I don't know how
What
fucking
was that?
I blame their catalogs.
That too. You ain't have either was going to
Boy,
get
their
a mattress
catalogs-
or some tools from the garden. That's it.
Okay, hold on. My grandmother was using these catalogs since she was a kid, so let's just start that there.
There you go.
And my
it ain't
grandmother's
changed much.
82, so let's start that there.
And that
But
sums
the thing
up.
was she grew up in a rural area.
Yeah, so it makes
It was
sense.
a bunch of farmland.
Exactly.
So, you would
It don't
fill
work
out
for
the
us
catalog, you'd mail it, and then they would deliver, which made sense. But now in a day, you got email, you got all these digital
And
stuff, and everybody and their brother practically has Wi-Fi.
Right, and much like Toys R Us, it just kind of fell to the wayside
right,
due to
Amazon.
Amazon. Amazon killing them all off. Anybody else, Sears?
The big.
Woohoo.
I actually got
In
these
the
I
shorts.
think it's kind of sad because it used to be like this really big retail store that everybody
Uh-huh.
went to, and then now it's just like this bankrupt thing.
I'm gonna throw.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I had that too.
Well, remember the outlets?
They still have one in Key West. They still have one in Key
Sears
West.
outlets, yeah.
This Sears used to be this place where they used to sell everything.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
They were the Walmart before Walmart.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when
They had their own auto shop, dude.
Yeah, they did tires and
The
all.
one next to our house has it.
Yeah, the one next to our house has the auto shop.
So
Had.
the movie theater.
I should see if they got shit on.
The movie theater that they built, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happened? They built it on they built it next to the Sears.
Uh-huh.
So I guess they knew that Sears was no more because that Sears used to have the auto. They used to have the place to buy your grounds, to cut grass, the lawnmowers. They have that area for all that stuff. That thing is gone.
All gone.
And all the shirts, because I went there with my mom just to go through the mall, and all the clothes and stuff were put in tables, like
shit.
an outlet.
Like an outlet.
And I'm walking there and just like what the fuck is this?
This is here. This is what's up. That's what happens to the company, man.
Hey, like all jokes
Alright.
aside, I got these shorts at Sears.
Yeah, see.
Boy, I've had these things for 2 years. I got them for $5.
Now you can get
See,
them
that's
free.
the beauty of that was the beauty of Sears. It was cheap, but it made to last.
And you could buy appliances.
And you can
That
buy
too.
phones. All right, next, QuickFire. Glass. The trailer for Glass looks amazing.
Yeah.
I remember. I've seen all the other 2 movie installments up until this. So Unbreakable and then Split. I thought Split was great. I love the
Split's
whole
part of it?
person. Yeah, Split's part of it.
I haven't watched any.
You gotta watch Split,
Okay.
man,
Okay.
because that plays a
Split's
big
good.
role. Well, in the trailer, the other guy, what's his name, the actor?
James McAvoy?
Yeah,
James
McAvoy.
McAvoy, the Beast. He's gonna be part of that villain duo with Samuel Jackson's character, Mr. Glass. So that's why you gotta watch Split, bro. You gotta watch.
They were in the first one, right? Unbreakable.
It was
Yeah.
Glass, and it was Sam Jackson, and it was Ben Stiller's character, which I
Ben
forgot.
Stiller.
Not Ben Stiller. I'm sorry, my bad. Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. I was like, we get
I don't
Ben
know where I
Stiller.
got Ben.
What you talking about,
I'm sorry.
Willis?
My bad.
This ain't Night at the Museum.
My bad. Hey, I got this power ability. I don't understand. I touch people and I'm unbreakable.
Right.
So the thing about
My bad.
The
My
thing
bad.
about Unbreakable, they were supposed to have all the 2 villains. So it was supposed to be a superhero movie, and then at the end, a horror movie, because that's what Split was. A horror
Right.
movie.
Yeah. Split was kind of like a horror movie. Yeah, it was.
It didn't make sense,
To put it
because
together.
it would be weird. Like it was like a superhero movie, then it becomes a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it became like 2 movies.
Okay, Jacob, what are you feeling? Glass.
Well, I enjoyed the trailer, but I haven't watched Split.
You haven't watched Split?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did watch Unbreakable.
Yes.
You didn't watch Unbreakable. Good. Yeah, great.
So I'm kind
One
of
of the
looking forward
few
to M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Going back to his own thing, not that. What was that? The hand farts.
Whatever.
Those pebbles?
Doing the moves and then moving the rocks. I was like, what is this? That's not earthbending.
Go ahead.
Don't get me started. All right, but I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how.
Boy, you
We're gonna
better
get
watch
to you,
his
Lance. We're
old.
gonna let you talk.
We're gonna show you his old movies, so that way you can see the true art of M. Night Shyamalan.
Exactly.
Not this Nickelodeon BS M. Night
No,
Shyamalan.
it's not that.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Yeah, but before I was abruptly.
I'm sorry.
Boy, this is rapid fire. Hurry up.
I'm just
Rapid fire, come on, man.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay,
Definitely. That's it.
awesome. Lamp, you had a lot to say.
I don't know. Like his movies, they don't resonate with me, man. They're, like,
Okay.
It's not just like the bad ones neither. Like some of the good ones that I've watched, like I've heard that they were good, so I went to go watch them. They don't really do it for me. I don't know. I can't go into details now, but just don't.
Okay, so for the Glass
I
trailer,
mean, for
it's not-
Glass, I'm gonna watch Glass. That's actually pretty interesting. I never heard of Unbreakable. I heard of Split. I heard that was good too. So maybe I could go watch those and see how it is. But there's no guarantee that I'm gonna be like into it. But if the story's good, like I'm a story man. If the story's good, I think I'll be into it. So that'll probably be like one Shyamalan movie that'll be, or a trilogy, I guess you can call it that.
right.
Yeah, it's kind of a trilogy.
Yeah, it'll be a
All
trilogy.
right, so that'll be like one trilogy that I'm like into, if anything.
All right, Alex, Glass.
I gotta watch the first 2, but the movie looks more promising than some of his other films, so I'll watch it.
Okay, fair enough. Clea?
Well, I saw Split, and I actually really liked it. Unfortunately, I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw most of it to kind of get the idea, and I thought I liked it a lot. I like James McAvoy in that movie, so
Yeah,
it was pretty spot on.
That if you ever want to see an actor show all of his skills in one film, watch Split.
Yeah.
And he can show you all of his range and abilities of what he can do as an actor. Yeah, because he has split personalities, hence the name Split. Yeah. But yeah, he covers the spectrum real well. So it was great. Miles?
Alright, so first thing I'm going to just geek out. I've been waiting for this movie since 2000. Mm-hmm. Like the way they ended Unbreakable.
Right, yeah.
I was like, the hype train had been building up, and then when I see this trailer, I was like, oh boy, I didn't watch Split. I need to go watch Split before this comes out. No, it's not, I don't want to see it. Mm-hmm. It's that I haven't had a chance to see it. A lot of people have recommended it to me. They've told me, like, it's amazing, it's great, and it's on my list, but sometimes I don't check my list when I'm at the Red Box, so I forget to look. But yeah, no, I've been like a huge fan, waiting for this to happen for a long time.
All right, and for me, yeah, I can't wait. It looks great. I saw the trailer. I like the scene where he's like running across the grass like a fucking beast, like an animal. That was cool. And then the scene where he's like crawling on the wall. You gotta watch Split. That's all I'm gonna say. Watch Split, and you can see why he does that. It's great. It's great. It helps build up on his character. So once you see them all together, and your mind like, this shit's about to go down. I already know what they all can do now. Now I know it's about to go down. What, you want to add something, Alan?
You have your Beast for the X-Men reboot. This guy right here.
Right. Now he don't have to be Professor Xavier no more. We'll just make him the new Beast. All right. Next, QuickFire. What is this? Godzilla Constellation?
I'll handle this one. It's
all
real
right.
quick.
Okay.
NASA found in the gamma ray area spectrum in space a spot for Godzilla, our gamma ray lizard.
What?
He has his own constellation up there. He has like a fire breath with it and everything. He's next by the Hulk, the Eiffel Tower, Green Tower Pizza, and all that stuff.
All the legends.
All the legends.
He's legends among the stars.
I gotta see this.
No, it's true. It's true.
He got it recently. It's
Godzilla has his own constellation.
We need Neil deGrasse
Tyson. He has breathing fire.
Neil, if you can come onto our show.
Okay, well, first of all, this man made Pluto no longer a planet, so
I don't care. He's still a highly intelligent human being.
He deserves.
Pluto got what it deserved. Let me see this. This is it.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I want to see this.
Look, it's unofficial.
Right. Oh, it's unofficial. Okay.
It's unofficial, but
they're trying to get it to be a thing. I'll show it to them.
Come on, Japan, do it.
This is awesome. A Godzilla Constellation, y'all.
In Japan, they have like a full scale.
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Model for Godzilla.
Full scale model Godzilla.
It is beautiful. It could be peeking off the building and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that in other people's like videos and blogs. I've seen that Godzilla statue.
I'm gonna be like an old man with my kids, or my grandkids.
Pappy, what's that up there?
That's Godzilla.
Just point to a constellation. There's the Big Dipper. There's the Little Dipper. There's Godzilla.
Just say it like the original. It's Godzilla.
That's right, Godzilla.
Godzilla, and every time you point there, you're.
It's gonna be like this.
Little smoke in your pipe. All right. Aladdin trailer, live action.
Okay.
They finally gave us the teaser. Shown. We've been hearing about it, and now we got to see some official footage.
This boy better be Arab.
What's up?
He is.
No,
that's all I gotta say. I'm tired of this whitewashing.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna ask for Aziz Ansari to play Aladdin.
Too goofy. He's too goofy. He could be a poo. He could be a little monkey.
Squeaking all the time.
You want him to be like Parks and Rec? Be like, hey, where you going,
Exactly.
If anything, the person who plays Aladdin, I don't know his name, the person who plays Aladdin, he looks like a good singer. He looks like a person, like a K-pop star.
Oh,
he looks like a Broadway performer.
That man is
beautiful man.
So he's well manicured. That's what he's.
He takes care of himself.
He's beautiful for a street rat. That's all.
He's a beautiful man to be a street rat.
I'm 50-50 about it.
50-50 about it.
I love Aladdin, but anything could go wrong. 50-50.
True. Anything can go wrong. I would like to say optimistic. Aladdin is one of my favorite Disney films, right up there with Lion King and Mulan. Yeah, so I have high expectations. You know, it's already sad enough that Robin Williams isn't going to be the genie. But we'll see what they do with Will Smith Will Smith's gonna be the genie.
Will Smith is the genie?
Will Smith is the genie.
Yeah,
You know?
they're saying he's gonna be the genie.
Will Smith is the genie.
Honestly, I think
I'm scared.
he might do. I think he's gonna do an okay job.
Boy, he's
I
gonna.
I
give it
don't
to
think it's
him.
gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be like, wow, he's better than Robin Williams because
No,
nobody. I don't
Boy,
give a crap what
I'm
you
gonna-
say.
I'm gonna call this
Robin
right
Williams will never be replaced as the
now. I'm
genie.
gonna call this
As
right now.
the genie.
Of course.
Could he do a good genie? Yes.
He could do
Is he going to be the new genie like the genie? No. Robin Williams will forever be the
Exactly.
genie.
Of course.
Well, we're gonna have a rapping genie. That's what we're gonna.
Oh no.
He's gonna be rap.
Hey,
There you go.
He's gonna pull that.
That's right.
That's what they want. Well, I mean, you got to keep in mind that they're trying to pull from the younger crowd too.
Yeah.
So they want to keep a little bit of what we know, and then also kind of gain the new audience
Boy.
to get
Well, he's
them
gonna
engaged.
come out.
West
summer,
Philadelphia,
summer,
born and
summertime.
raised.
That's exactly, and then he gonna bust it to the. Here comes the music. I'm going to Miami. Welcome to Miami.
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Right, all the way down to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He gonna pull all the stops.
He's gonna be spinning in that chair.
what you want to say, Clea?
Same thing, 50-50. I mean, I like the original Aladdin. You don't touch the classics, but at the
Mhm.
same time, I'm really curious to see how it will look like in real life.
I'm not that curious.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm
Let
just
her
saying.
speak of beef. Go ahead, Jacob.
Let's just hope he doesn't come out the lamp and just blue paint. Blue paint.
No, I'm sure they're CG.
He's gonna look like a male Mystique.
If they're smart, they'll CG the character.
Oh, hold on.
You think it'll be ghostly?
Oh boy.
It's gonna be like ghostly.
Like you think it'll be like a little bit transparent?
I mean, his tail is supposed to be.
Oh, you think he's gonna be like they're gonna model like a genie?
Not
And he's
really.
gonna voice it, or they're gonna put his likeness?
I think they're
Put
gonna
his
put his
likeness
likeness
into the animation.
Because what they did with
Okay.
Thanos and Avengers,
Yeah, I know.
I know.
that was
But Josh Brolin was in makeup. though.
John
Yeah.
Brolin
Josh Brolin
looks
was in.
like Thanos.
Yeah, so it fits.
But like Will Smith,
No. But if you look at Thanos and you look at Josh Brolin, top of his head's not that short, and the chin. You know, that's what I'm saying. So they might give the likeness like they did with the eyes, and the mouth is lower
subtle
than
features.
his actual
Subtle
mouth.
features.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
But Will Smith has these features that if you alter it anyway, it just come out looking
I mean,
silly.
he already got big ears.
Yeah.
So-
Not bigger than Best too.
no,
Remember
not
that
killing the
movie
business.
Shark Tales?
Yes.
Oh boy, yes.
Boy, he looks like.
All I'm saying is they missed the opportunity to get my dog Shaq to play the G. That's all I'm saying. Straight from Kazam.
You know what?
Kazam.
You know what? He became a better actor.
Because of that.
No. He became a better actor after he retired. So I have more faith in him if he did play the genie this time.
If he played the Genie, Shaq
time.
playing the Genie this
yeah,
time.
because he became a better actor.
So who's playing
Shaq.
Jafar?
He probably has a whole cast there. He can pull up real quick
Jafar.
so we can
Who
see.
is Jafar?
But that'd be
What was
cool
the- what
when
was
they
the
switch
parody?
him and then he
He looks nice,
becomes
too.
the
What's his
evil
name?
Dratini.
I'm gonna butcher this man's name. Morwan Kanzari.
Marwan Kenzari.
Okay,
He looks
Marwan.
beautiful, too.
What has he been in? What has he played in? Click on his name real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on this.
The Mummy, the new one.
Oh, let me see his face.
What happened to Monday? The Angel, the Mummy.
What happened to Monday? I seen that. That's a Netflix
Murder
movie.
on the Orient
It's a good movie.
Express.
Oh, I know who he is. Let me see his face. I know who he is. Yeah.
Beautiful man, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's definitely familiar.
Save him in your special folder.
Oh, he was in Ben-Hur.
Yeah, he was in Ben-Hur. Save him in your special folder.
Your boys love.
His Yowie folder.
Going back.
And now we're going back full circle, y'all. Back to
Brokeback.
Back to Brokeback.
You're
Two
gonna
horses.
get a binder. You put his
Slide his picture.
picture in.
That's right. All right, so let's not stay stuck on Aladdin too long, but yeah, we'll be hopeful. Half the team says 50-50. We'll see where it goes. Into the Spider-Verse.
Hey.
How do we feel about this animation?
Which I'm going to throw this out there for
Go
the
ahead.
people who want to see Venom.
It's not.
Watch after the credits. There is a clip for Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, after the
Okay.
Venom movie.
After
After
Venom
the
movie?
credits,
There's
there's
two
a-
after credits.
There's a mid-credits scene where it introduces
Somebody else.
somebody else, played by a very talented actor.
Very. And then at the end
And
of the
then
movie,
at
they
the
show
end of the
Spider-Verse.
credits, there's a clip for Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay, I get it. Nicolas Cage, alright.
Boy, I am excited for this character of Spider-Man. It's just I like Miles
I
Morales.
feel like it's not
He's my favorite.
Miles Morales is awesome.
No,
Marvel's done a good job developing him and bringing him into that light, being the next big Spider-Man. That's their brainchild. They're taking their time with him. They're working with him. They're building his role. In these last couple of years that he's been out, the story has been progressing pretty well if you read the comics. So it's good. It works for him. Now, all this other extra shit going on, I don't know. At first, I was cool with the whole him and Peter Parker thing, mixing universes, and then, okay, Spider-Gwen. All right, I'll draw the line there. But all the extra Spider-Pig and the
Spider-Ham.
Yeah,
Spider-Pig's just Simpsons.
Peter Porker, whatever. I like.
You got Bambi.
Who?
Bambi Diva.
Yeah.
Then you got the Diva robot Spider-Man flying in
Even
there.
that doesn't look like in the comics.
Looks nothing like the comic book.
Oh,
They did what they did to her is what they did to Betamax for the Big Heroes. Like in the comics, he looks crazy cool. Like he has like this crazy like futuristic
He looks like
samurai
Jax.
warrior armor. In the movie, he's like a marshmallow with some like Fruit Loop design. I can't get it.
Toucan Sam.
Toucan
Flies on
Sam.
his shoulder.
Purple and red. Purple and red
You know
don't go
what's
together. Come on.
Now thinking
Terrible
about
color
that,
scheme.
that's the color scheme.
Purple and red.
Fruit Loops.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That color that doesn't work for me.
You gotta follow your nose.
What do you think? Spider-Verse.
Well, when I saw
Yeah.
the trailer, I really liked the aesthetic, like the look of it. I thought,
Right, the color.
yeah, that
okay,
was the one really
animation.
captured me. Like I really liked the animation. I'm like, oh wow, maybe it'll turn out really good. Who knows? I mean,
Okay,
I hope for it. I mean,
we'll see. Alex, what do you feel about this?
I'm staying optimistic for now, but like I says, it feels like there's a lot going on, so things go very bad very fast.
True.
Like, I want to stay more optimistic about this than Aladdin, though.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Man.
It looks really good. I'm actually looking really forward to this. It's like it has that sort of style. It's like really unique. It's like the animation is not like it looks choppy, but it's not choppy.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you that sort of like they actually went and thought of it and then used it throughout the animation. It's like, all right, I can fuck with this. So I have high hopes with it.
Okay,
It kind of has that stop motion feel to it.
Yeah.
Jacob.
But it's still smooth.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm a big Spider-Man fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it, definitely. And especially like since Post Malone and Sweetie come in with that song Sunflower.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that
Showed
was
more-
good.
Yeah,
and
it's a good
showed
song.
more scenes from it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh,
I
I
couldn't
cannot
watch that.
wait. I cannot wait, bro.
Sunflower.
Kevin, your feels on the Spider-Verse? Nicolas
First of all,
Cage.
My face.
My face. Oh.
Good.
Noir. He's Noir.
Yeah, he's Noir Spider-Man.
I mean, all said, something good. I don't know.
Right, yeah, we'll see. It's
Oh.
animation. Looks nice, looks clean.
It looks clean.
Looks like a good
aesthetics are
animation.
good,
Aesthetics do
the
look good.
way lighting
Style.
and it really feels like Sony and the animation department tried to push a different new style.
Right. Yeah. The same goes for me. I like the new style. I like the design and the color palette. Like that works for me. It looks cool. Still kind of iffy about the story and how it's going to play out. We'll see. I do like seeing some of those little cameos of the villains in the trailer. With Wilson Fisk. And
I like how they made him
the
like,
Goblin.
big.
And they made him huge.
and not kind of like Daredevil.
I don't know about Scorpion though. He's like a mutated like monster looking. I don't know if you guys caught that.
So
in the
he
trailer.
is
I think
canon
so.
in the movie.
What?
It's not like
Scorpion?
a clip. He's actually part of it.
He was part in the trailer. I saw him. He had like
Yeah,
the tail,
yeah.
but he looks like a monster type thing.
Because
Kind of like how they did with the Green Goblin.
because not to go too deep with it, it's that in this movie, this is a whole different universe. So
Right, and
the mom was it the regular
Spider-Man.
It was-
Spider-Man who fought him, or was
I don't know.
Are
It was
you talking
it was
about the
real
one that
quick.
Miles Morales is in? That's the Ultimate Spider-Man universe.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But like, if he's fighting Scorpion, which Spider-Man was fighting Scorpion on the trailer?
I think it was the Ultimate one, the universe, which would be Miles Morales now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so this is the creature one.
This is the creature Scorpion.
Yeah, because something happens, they get like mutated or something.
Yeah, they
Right, start
have
because-
mutant-
Because the
yeah.
Green Goblin was a dude in the suit, and then he got mutated into
Right.
like this gargoyle
Looking thing,
mother.
exactly.
And it's like, what is? You see that flying over, you're gonna be like, oh, it's Goliath from Gargoyles. Gets closer, there ain't Goliath.
Far from it. All right, and last on our quickfire list, Jump Force,
Oh, boy.
Anime Beatdown, Get ready to
You
summon.
You put those hand signs.
You're
Hey,
right.
you know what? I
ready
wore
to
the
get
wrong
your-
shirt. I should have
I'm
worn
sorry.
my bleach shirt because
That's right. Get your
Let's
Bankais
go.
ready. Get
Let's
your
go.
Kamehamehas ready. Get your deck ready to summon your Exodias.
no.
Have your traps ready.
Have your
Have your
trap card
traps.
ready.
I am Toguro. My power is never certain. Each time is not my full power.
My only problem is I haven't been following up there. I feel like this is about to just overtake the My Hero game that they're making.
Doesn't that come out soon?
Is it in
Doesn't that come out soon?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It might already be out. And
No.
it is-
No.
it is
Because I
overshadowing.
went to GameStop
Mhm.
Thursday to pay off. Well, I still got $9 left for Red Dead,
Mhm.
and then I get it. Yeah, but they still had it for pre-order, so I don't think it's
Okay,
out
so
yet.
maybe it's not out yet.
I think it's coming out in it's either coming out like around the same time as Red Dead, which is October 26th, or it's coming out in
Lamb's
November.
November.
Now I might be wrong, but I saw the thing. I looked to my right, and there was a little area that said pre-order.
No, you could be right. It's still could.
Because
still be in
I
pre-order.
saw some trailers for it, and I just haven't seen anything about it since.
All right, yeah, still could definitely be on pre-order. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of hyped for the Jump Force game. Unreal Engine, so it looks super flashy and clean. I'm just waiting to see them release more characters that I would like to see.
What's your character you want to see?
I mean, I already know. I'm gonna be disappointed if this don't happen, but I already know Kenshiro's gonna be in it. They gotta add Kenshiro.
They have to, because he is.
He's
critical.
mainstream. Yeah, and he's critical, and he's mainstream. I'm assuming they're gonna go more mainstream characters instead of the other Jump Force games. They got like 100 plus animes.
100 plus.
Majority of people here don't even know of and haven't even heard of characters I know I haven't even seen before. So as long as Kenshiro's in there, I know they're gonna throw in some of the JoJo guys.
It's gonna be hard because you gotta is either they're gonna pick what they're gonna show right now, or they're gonna get some ones from the past, or they're gonna put a little both of it. That's a lot of characters, man. That's
Didn't they just release the Fist of the North Star?
The one
Yeah,
made
yeah,
by the Yakuza studio?
Yeah. So, I mean, if they've got his model, they could just give it to them and be like, bam.
no, because they had a
Different, whole different engine. Yeah, it'd be different. Go ahead.
The My Hero game is already released out in Japan, and
Okay.
their fatal mistake is that it's being released when Red Dead is, which is the 26th.
Oh, no.
They're gonna R.I.P. My Hero.
They should have waited till Tuesday.
I'm sorry to tell you, but over here in America,
We
your
got the
game ain't
American
finna
game.
sell.
You ain't
jack
gonna
shit.
make it, friend.
Yeah, exactly. In the famous words of Morrison. You ain't gonna
John
make it.
Marston.
It's going down, sir. And it's been, and like you were saying too, it's getting super overshadowed by Jump Force. Like, I remember at one point I was like, oh, okay, they got a game coming out. And then I ain't hear nothing else about it. All I see is Jump Force videos. All I see is gameplay. All I see is beta game showcases online.
No,
on
you're
YouTube.
right, because I haven't.
Because it's already out in Japan.
Yeah, no, because when the Jump Force stuff blowing up, I haven't seen any more.
My Hero game.
Because it was My Hero, Red Dead, My Hero, and then Red Dead, and then the Jump Force came, and then I saw nothing more from My Hero.
That's it.
They play the trailer in GameStop, but it's overshadowed with all these other games coming out.
Well, I could say this: they might as well just put My Hero characters in Jump Force.
Yeah.
That would be very smart.
That would be super intelligent. Maybe it'll be DLC down
All
the
Might
road.
is here.
Maybe they'll do that.
One
So we'll
character.
see.
I don't know if they announced it yet. Kenpachi, if he's not in there, I'm disappointed.
Oh,
Game's
yeah.
garbage.
Kenpachi.
Oh man!
Again, DLC. They're probably just giving us the core characters now. This is what y'all gonna get, and then you know how it is. They gotta milk it. They gotta make money off of it for a while, and that's the theme with most games.
Just
So
that lineup is pretty decent because
Uh-huh.
that's every single anime character that came out here in America. So
right,
That's pretty decent cast.
right, yeah, it's a pretty decent catalog of what you can choose from.
So-
What's up, man?
Yeah, because I think the thing is they didn't want to appeal to the people in America. That's why they're having mostly that's why most of the settings, the realistic settings,
Uh huh.
is American land.
Right, American land.
So I think they're trying to at least appeal more to the
Are they in New
Western
York?
audience than
That's one of the
they're in New
ways.
York. So I think they're trying to appeal to the Western
I mean,
audience more.
I hope they have a dark
Japan.
tournament.
I mean,
Ooh.
but
The dark tournament arena.
That would be nice.
I mean, it's both anime.
They showed us William Dafoe and Dark Magician Girl.
William Dafoe.
Ryuk. I'm still waiting for that gameplay trailer.
No, but what Alex said with Kenpachi, do you think they'll show his Bankai like they did in the manga, or is it just going to be like the
They're
anime?
definitely not gonna show us Bankai at all.
That would be so freaking cool.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm pretty sure they're gonna follow more off the anime.
No. They actually are doing the manga version.
Oh, they're doing.
Oh,
so
yes!
so
Dude, no, his
possible.
Bankai's amazing.
So it's possible.
So it's
Bankai
possible.
his
Okay.
entire character set's OP. The anime is not doing justice after you read it.
So,
No, seriously, it does not. This man is a freaking god.
Nah, I believe it.
Alright, but I think that's enough off tracking though.
All right,
Yes.
cool. Is that so? We got Jump Force out the way.
No, I didn't say my piece on Jump Force.
Go ahead, please say your piece. I know you got like input. Anime man.
It's
Anime
it's
man.
your Smash equivalent for anime. If you're waiting for Smash Brothers like I am, Jump Force is your game because if you like anime too, just get Jump Force because it's anime Smash Brothers. All right, you got all your favorite Jump Force or your favorite shonen characters. Not all of them for this one, not all of them, but a good majority. If you like One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball,
Right, all the mainstream
shonen ones,
shonen.
it's a good one for you. If you want like the older ones, you might want to play like J Stars, because that's where the most.
But I heard they were
majority
like
of
super broken though, right? Like,
them. Oh yeah.
you
Yeah,
just pretty much
it's
get the DBZ characters,
Yeah.
and it's one sided from there.
As much as Lamp likes to say it's gonna be the anime Smash Brothers, I don't want it to be the anime PlayStation Battle Royale.
Oh my god,
Exactly.
yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right, that all
That thing was like, it could have been so much better, and they just dropped the ball.
They were trying to compete. Understandable. Understandable.
Let's just leave it at that.
All right. All right, so we're done. We're finished with Jump Force.
Yeah.
Hisoka, number one.
Nope.
Hey, you know, I'll agree with you on that.
You know what?
He's so
You know what?
good.
I'll shake your hand to it.
He's so
As a
good.
Toguro fan.
As a Toguro- there you go.
I'll say it.
Sanji, bitch.
I won't be like that. I'll be like,
Hisoka, number
Okay,
one.
yeah,
Little
boy lover.
That's right. And then when we get Orochimaru.
oh my god.
I think Jamal needs the FBI at his
ASAP, please.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
They've been developing really nicely.
Licking children.
Specifically,
There was a
boys.
pause. There was a pause.
Lord have mercy.
Let's just clarify there was a pause.
Knocking at my door.
That's fine.
And now we're back at Brokeback Mountain. Yeah, that was the thing for the night.
What did he say? He said he's going to kick the door in.
Alright, so that's it. We're good. We're good, y'all. Let's wrap it up. Hey, alright. Episode 3 down.
That's right.
And,
What's up?
So no, I'm just gonna say that. I'll do a quick little outro. Thanks you guys for listening to our SiXFramesPodcast. We'll catch you guys next episode. All right?
We love you.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Reach for the stars.
Hey guys. Thank you for listening to us on episode 3. I hope you really enjoyed it. Follow us on YouTube at SiXFramesPodcast, or if you want, email us at SiXFramesPodcast@gmail.com. I repeat, SiXFramesPodcast@gmail.com. You know, you can find us on Podbean, and don't forget to subscribe and rate us on Apple Podcasts. And you know, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook too. And last but not least, do not be a goblin. Signing off.